Okay, we got 6, maybe 7 to 8 hours until I beat Factorio. Hope. I hope. I really hope I can do it. Let's open Factorio. Love the music. It's so good. Great design. Okay. I will keep my camera on for this one. Uh, NVIDIA broadcast. We're going to turn this off and re-enable it. It's me. That's me. I'm here. Okay. Hopping straight in. Our functions. What do we need to do? What do we need to do? There's not much left. For one thing, we gotta set up some turrets so we don't die. Unfortunately, that is the reality. I got a nuclear reactor in my car. Amazing. 1 second. Just grab my phone real quick. And my water. While I'm here. Okay. I'm in a swivel chair. Give me a second. Gotta use momentum. Okay. Oh, I should take L-theanine. Gonna slow down the caffeine in my brain a little bit. Theoretically. Not clear if it does that. But I am on caffeine. And we're gonna try to finish Yellow Science and beat Factorio. Let's go. First, we gotta put ammo in some guns down there and defend our base a little better. Okay. Do I have a machine that makes walls yet? I mean, that grabs walls? I do. I did do that last time. Let's go north first. Oh, come on, I can't even see these things. They're so small. Alright. Emerge. It's already there. That's good news. We'll put one up there. They're probably good. What I really knew is down here. Right there. Let's head south and get to work. Charge my phone, opening the YouTube. Alright. I got work to do. Let's go. Let's go south. We're driving south. Oh, come on. There we go. Like direct south of here. Okay, we don't want to get too close. Because it will activate them. We're going to secure these things pretty well, though. And we're going to place another one. This is the most likely for us to get attacked by. This area right here. These can probably handle those guys, though. Let's place another one down here. And we'll have to place some out there as well. Again, it's possible. Oh, man. If they get our supply over here, that would really suck. Okay. We don't want that to happen. That would be horrendous. Let's go. Let's fill this up. And another down here, just to be a little safe. So I have noticed they can, when I started driving around, they started attacking us, which was really spooky. Otherwise, they shouldn't for a good while. They should not attack us for a good while. We can get rid of these. Wait, how do we? Control B, right? How do I get rid of these? Wait a minute. Where's the... Control Shift B? What? I thought that was like a trash can you could put them in. Oh. I can do that. No, not what I want. And you cannot get rid of this, apparently. Okay. Well, we cleared up a little bit of space. Let's fill this up. Where'd my car go? Oh, I left it. Oopsies. Yeah, like I said, we'll go ahead and put like 2 more up there, and then we'll get to work, I think we can get to work at that point. Actually, constructing the factory and whatnot. Because I assume this one's not going to get attacked. I'm just assuming that. I don't actually know. Now, these guys could do a lot of harm to my bases. We haven't had to really deal with them yet, but we will eventually. Let's drive west and secure these things a little better. We'll place it like right in the oil reserve, like right here. That should be fine. These will also give us an early warning if they do show up, if the biters do. What? I thought... Did I not put it in there? Hold on. There we go. And we'll place one over here. And another up here. I do have... Let's go ahead and put the walls around them too. Might as well. Since we're already down here. And some ammo. Oopsies. And the walls around these. And then we can get back to work on the real stuff. How am I research? Wait, what am I even... Oh, this is literally the last thing I can research. Okay. How long will this take, you think? I don't even know. Let's see, launch this rocket into space and win the game. That is what we want. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I didn't even see this. Did I? I might already have this down here. I'm not sure. Ta-da! We're set for a while. Let's get back to work. Hello, train. Bum, 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 bum. Let's consider what we need to work on. So as we were working on last time, I think lubricant was the big thing we needed to finish. We need to power these things. So we need engines and lubricant, and that gives us our electric engines, and that gives us yellow science, which allows us to research the super duper rocket silo. It's 1,000 of them, so it takes a lot. But we should get 45 per minute, which means this is a 22-minute operation just to research it. In those 22 minutes, we'll have to find some things to work on. And that's okay. So engines, pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and get the engine set up first, because I can't be bothered to do lubricant stuff. I don't want to. Lubricant. How do we make engines? They're really simple, right? Or not really simple. It's steel, iron, and pipes. Let's think about how we're going to input this, actually, because we need lubricant to come through there, and this... Okay. We need output for this stuff as well. Okay. Also, how slow is this? 19 per minute. What's going on with that? Okay, purple science is actually fine. What are we low on? Is it military? It's military, yeah. Okay, let's stop it. We need to make it stop doing this with the walls. Right? I would think so. Nope, it's not military, that's the problem. It is blue science, weirdly enough. What is missing in blue science? Let's find out. I mean, they all seem to be active. Oh, we're missing some red circuits. Why are we missing red circuits? Let's find out. Because we're low on plastic. Oh, man. I thought this was enough plastic. Is it not? Hold on. There's 22 up there, and there are... Okay, so 32 of these are producing plastic. Okay, looks like most of them have some red circuits. A lot of them don't. So we need to improve... Wait, are these not... Why aren't they picking up any of this stuff? Oh, because they're full. Wait, then why aren't they... This was... what a stupid reason for this not to be working. Because I didn't have these conveyors over here. Okay, it should be working now. Okay. Yeah, I remember matching the plastic amount, like the plastic production to all these things. It should be going down. It should be good. It should be fine. It should be. And this plastic's full, weirdly enough. Okay. Curious. Alright, we're good for a while. We got batteries galore. Engines are next. So, let's think about the inputs for this. We're going to need to put in engine, put in lubricant, and take out this stuff. So this is where our engines are going to come in through. This is where these are going to go up for our supply. So let's make a couple engines. How many engines do we need? We need 0.075 engines per second. So we need 0.3 engines per second production. Yeah, that sounds right. 0.3 per second. These each make one engine unit every 10 seconds. So we need 3 producers, right? Yeah, it should be sufficient. 3 producers of engines should be sufficient to power all these. Let's go and create some of these here. It's engine time. Engine. I know there's a shortcut. Don't care. I'm not using it. Long inserters. Long inserters. Yeah. Had to think about it for a second, but that's it. Okay, what are we missing here? We're missing iron. We'll grab some of that real quick. Okay, we'll place some inserters like so. Let's go, engines, let's go. So we need steel, easy. Splitter. I don't have any splitters? Hold on. I didn't have any splitters. Okay, that's strange. So this is our immediate thing we'll be grabbing from there. Like so. Just want to grab some iron gears, so we'll use this because we're gonna want to be grabbing them from both, like that. And this will be our line. Wait, no, not all the way there. Okay, this is gonna be our line for both gears and pipes. Let's consider how many we need. Now, one engine every 10 seconds will require one iron gear. That's very easy to get 3 of these. So we need 0.3 iron gears per second. How many do they make? Actually, we can just make it like this. I have an idea. Let's select gears. Yeah. Wait, it should probably just go to north, honestly. Because if we start them down here, it should... Wait. Yeah. Yeah, it should. Had to think about it for a second. What is the production rate? 1.5 per second. So this one should be more than enough. Okay, cool. Supply these 3. Yeah. The problem is we need to have a source here. Yeah. For iron. It's not much of a problem. It's pretty straightforward. Okay. We will need some fast inserters for this one, probably. And we're going to put the splitters here. Like so. Pipes. Pipes with the pipes. I can't find the pipes. There. And this should honestly that should just be enough. 1.5 per second. We only need yeah, this is a good deal more than we need. So we'll put the pipes on one side by doing this. Doesn't matter. Okay. Do like this. Puts pipes in that. Wait. That's not quite right, actually. Hold on. This should be right. Because this thing's not getting any of that then. So what do we do about that? We should have this going down, probably. Yeah. That way they will accumulate. Wait, but then this... Oh, this is trickier than I thought. Okay. Let's just put one up here. Like this. Have this be the pipes. Have this one be the gears. And we need our super duper blue inserter. There we go. That ought to do it. They're grabbing the gears. They're making engines. Engines. There we go. And that should be enough engines. Wait. These need to collect engines, which means we also need this. Also, if these are dispensing the engines, that's not going to work because we need to, yeah. Okay. We actually should have these higher up there. We should. Let's do that. Not what I wanted. Wait, I should have just copied those and moved. Ah, the drones would have been really good for that. Whatever. Too late. 3 engines. Now I'm not sure. Just now I think they should be up there. Ugh. Let's put these in the middle, right? Yeah, I actually don't know. I don't know if this should be the top or bottom. I'm just so lost on that part, but whatever. That's fine. These are engines now. Means this shouldn't even be here. I shouldn't be struggling this much. I don't know why I am. Okay, that's supplied. These need to import. And And then need to export. This is our export. This is our import. And another import. We should be good. Making engines and dispensing them, I think. Yep. So these are going to draw in the engines. And they're going to export our super duper whatever. Alright, lubricant. Lubricant, and we have yellow science, and then we can research the super duper rocket silo, which is literally the last thing we've got. Yeah. For yeah, it's the we can't research anything right now. So we're stuck no research until we can get the yellow science, until we get the rocket silo. So this should produce us 45 per minute. Again, there's 22-ish minutes to unlock the rocket silo, and then we got to figure out what we got to do to build the rockets. Whew. So, lubricant. We need heavy oil, which is made inside of one of those chemical factories. Like, where's the car? I should bring the car up here. We need lubricant from heavy oil. So, we need heavy oil, and that is the last... Oh, come on. Come on. You know, let's go ahead and, let's make a pipeline just to see where we can put the lubricant through. Let's actually just make a bunch of these first. Yep, that'll do. The 49 makes me nervous. Okay. The pipeline! The pipeline! Oh, crap. I can't drive the car. I can't. I'm struggling. Oh, there. Couldn't find it. Cool, cool. Close enough. This car is actually making it so much harder. I'm just gonna walk around and do this. We can make this one go north, right? I think we should. Let's just turn it there. Boom. Make this one go to the right a little bit, a wee bit. Where? Oh, there. This needs to be our input for a lubricant. Pretty simple. Now, lubricant. For a lubricant to work, you need... I just had a thought. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Could I just, like... I might not even need to make lubricant. Let me... I have something that makes lubricant already somewhere in the factory. Let me go find that real quick. If I could use the robots to just shift the thing left, I could make a long pipeline connecting that producer of lubricant that's on the right over here to this factory port here. And yeah, this right here. Wait, no. This isn't it. Where's my lubricant stuff? There it is, down there. Let's go grab that real quick. Ta-da! Lubricant. How much? Okay, it creates 10 a second. 10 lubricant a second is what we have here. Okay, it's actually... Technically, this is 5 lubricant per second, just because of the supply here. Whatever. That's okay. So you have a machine right here that makes 5 lubricant per second. How much do we need? Let me drive back. Is my car? Did I walk? I walked here. No, I ran here. I drove here. Sorry. I'm losing my train of thoughts. Snack break real quick. I need a rocket silo. I'm here to check something. What was I here to check? I lost my train of thought already. Man. How much lubricant do I need? 5 would supply this. That's good. Okay. Okay. So if I get the lubricant over there, I'm good. Hmm. I probably... Haringi. I'm sure the title is Beating Factorio, literally. Kim thought this was a no-guns / melee only challenge. That'd be awesome. Not what we're doing here today, though. I say we're beating Factorio, hopefully. Because I'm not certain that I can do it in today's stream, but I'm feeling pretty confident. 80% chance we beat the game today. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draft a blueprint. Yeah. I'm gonna move all these things to Control B. Oh, this, right? Don't actually need that. Or that. We just need this stuff. Okay, blueprint, let's go. Put these robots to work. Let them go. How do I escape? Oh, like that. Okay. You have the DLC later for this world? I'm thinking there's a good chance that I will be doing the DLC. I'm just probably going to do it. I think it's a good idea. Let's let my robots do the thing now. Put them down, buddies. Let's go. We use a substation because I don't feel like doing anything like for the wiring. And we'll connect these things with some long, long pipes. Ta-da! Pipe connected. And we'll do the same for these. Connect them with the regular pipe. Boom, we got a system. Now we'll just connect this. Wait, did I miss something? Why did it stop? There we go. No, I'm not out of them, are they? Am I? I think I'm out. Wow, that was a lot. Okay. Yeah, thoughts on the DLC? DLC seems cool. Like I said, good chance I'll end up using the DLC later on. End up buying it. But there's no intention right now to buy it. Again, I gotta beat the game first, which I'm thinking I'll do in this stream. I looked at some videos of the DLC though, and it looked really promising. It looks super interesting. So good chance I end up going back for the DLC. Okay. Oh, I do have more. We'll connect that. We'll connect these last ones. Boom! We got lubricant. We should have... Okay, we should have yellow science now. Well, not quite. Hold on. We should have all the ingredients that we need for yellow science now. All set up. We got to connect them, though. Oh, it's making them. It's doing it. It's doing it. It's making these. Now let's connect the things we actually need. Can't help but notice these aren't working. What's missing here? Oh, yeah. Where are they going to get those? Let's see. Here's what we're going to need to do. We need to connect this ramp here to the batteries using a long inserter. Okay, we can't do that from here. We can do it from here, though. Like so. Can I get like that? And we got to power it. Yep, I see that now. There we go. About the DLC in this game, is it the same time when it came out? Yeah, oh yeah, I think it's man, that's a big bundle. It's like $70 if you're gonna buy the game by itself. I think I bought Factorio back when it was like $10. It was way cheaper. It was on sale too, but it was like the standard price was $20. I think when I first bought Factorio, my friend convinced me to play it, and we actually had a lot of fun playing through it. You know, building a factory together. But let's see. These are going in down here, which means they should be taken up by these things, which means they should be created. Again, these are consuming 0.03 per second. These are each producing 0.07 per second. We have more than enough to support that, I think. Yeah, should be better than matched up. Better than 1-to-1. Also, these take a while. Wow. But so then we have all the components that we need. We've got the blue chips, which, wow, we got a lot of these. Yeah. What do I even... Okay. Let's connect our pieces. What are the pieces? Low density structures. And flying robot components. I don't know why I had this go so far up. We didn't need that. Alright, out here, we're making the yellow science modules. So we gotta extend everything just a little bit, a wee bit. Not much. Don't know why they did that. Okay. Again, there's not even anything on this line. I don't know why I keep extending that. Hopefully I'll put something on it eventually. Okay. And out here, we're going to have our super duper yellow science. So, this is where the yellow science is going to come out from. Also, I think was it 7 that we needed? 7 yellow science? Yes, 7. So we'll go ahead and make 7 of these. Oh, wait. We should probably make a few more of those. Long inserters can reach those, yeah. We'll have this be one of our inputs. Yellow science. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Forgot that I'm fast now. Yeah, because I got these super duper enhanced things. Alright. Control right click, control left click. Wait, is that shift? That's how we do it. Okay, got it. Let's use a substation. I don't feel like using anything complicated for this. On second thought, that's not going to work. Whatever. Let's connect the power. So, we're going to place them like so. These are going to dispense our yellow science. Again, this is... the whole factory is designed for the output of 45 science per minute. So... well, realistically, with one... Let me rephrase that. So, everything was designed with the 1 science per second in mind, using the crafting menu. But every single assembler I have has a 0.75 crafting speed multiplier. So everything we do produces at 0.75 times 1, which is 0.75 per second, which goes to 45 per minute science. Whew, okay. So we have all the ingredients. Let's just put them together. That's all we got to do. our flying machines. We'll have these showing up. They're only on one side, right? Yeah, they are. Okay, cool. This is one of our components. Let's have... These take 21 seconds, so we can probably just use a regular inserter for these. That's probably fine. And these are a little lower than they should be, but I don't care that much. So I'm just going to keep going. Cool, we got power. Next up, let's not just flying machines are going to be in here. We're going to also use our low density structures. Honestly, let's put these blue science things in there first. Should probably do that. Yep. How are we going to do this? Let's use some underground belts here. And we will directly put these onto that track. Boom. So, I do similar building ratios with my factory too. Good, good. Yeah, one is a nice number to work with. If you want 1 science per second instead of like 0.65 or whatever, you know, it's much better to use solid numbers like that. So let's see, we got these. We just need to implement our low density structures. Let's go tag them in over there. And then everything is all good. One to the left of that, hold on. Should be like this. And that's still one too far to the right. Let's move that. Are these coming through? They're coming through. I just didn't see them. Okay. That ought to do it. The main difference being I use modules and beacons as I'm later in the game, and also DLC stuff. Yeah, yes, that's fair. This is like, I think the main bus system, or the main bus sticks around for a long time, but the kind of system that I have is probably more for the intermediate player than it is the advanced or like the in-game stuff. Let's see, we need these inserters, and this should start producing our yellow science. I think we did it. I think we fully automated yellow science. I think we actually did it, guys. Look at that. All right, so 25-ish minutes later, we should have the rocket silo unlocked. About 25 minutes, that's all. So in the meantime, let's go take a peek at our super duper energy system down here. How many of these we got? We got 38, so we're very close to actually having the 40 we need for the Cobra-X process. That's good too. It should take like within the next 10 minutes or so, we should have access to the Cobra-X. So we should maybe I can, in the meantime, we're waiting for this to research. We should probably start doing that. Set up the Cobra-X process. Because that's some crazy power output. Where's my car? What? It's up there. Wow. Okay. Let's just run over there and try some things out. Oh, wait. No, I need to link this up. Yeah, that's pretty important. Okay. Wrong way, turn around. Why are they facing that way? No, way. No. When did this happen? Okay, hold on. Come on, man. Only some of these are being replaced. I don't know why, though. Why is it not doing it to all of them? Also, is this just not going through? What's... Bro, come on. Come on. Work with me here, game. There we go. That should do it. So let it keep going. I'd be mid to late game from your perspective, but still early / mid game from a DLC perspective. Okay. How are we gonna move these? Wait a minute. Do you have to move them up? We do have to move them up, don't we? Okay, I don't like that. Whatever. Oh wait, can we just like... Let's take a peek down here. Where do these lead again? These do go down, so if we put them on the other side of this, we're good. We already have a belt that connects all the way, so we can just do that. that should be everything we need. And now yellow science is automated. Let's watch it go. Also, these take 60 seconds each, so yeah, that should be fine. Man, we did it. This is our factory. We automated yellow science for good. Let's still watch this get over there. So this is going to go all the way down here. And then it's going to go beneath the science sectors. And yeah, these regular inserters should still be enough. And when we get white science, we'll still have room to put these in there. Because we'll have access to like a conveyor down here we can use for, again, long inserters. Alright. I'm so fast. I'm so fast. Look at me go. Look at me sprint around. Wow. Alright, Covarex. Let's think about Covarex processes. I could use a chest somewhere. You want the Covarex process to be up here. Okay, we'll wait a few minutes, and if we still don't see yellow science being produced, we're gonna go back and check on it, but I think it'll start pretty soon. That should be good enough for now, I think. Alright, so our process here, this all works fine and dandy. Okay, this should last us about 2 hours still, that's good news. We got about 2 hours of power supply in here. And our Covarex is essentially done down there. Or sorry, I mean like our not Covarex, our mining operation to jumpstart the Covarex process is good. Can't help but notice we're not getting the yellow science yet. Okay, there it is. Let's watch it go in. Let's watch it go in, guys. Make sure it works. We are not even 1 hour in, and we got it. They're working. They're doing it. Oh, let's go. It comes in big bursts like this. It's a little strange, but it works. Okay. Look at all this site. I love seeing them bunched up like that. That's pretty cool. How much longer? 2 hours? No way. Okay, does this... Please tell me this climbs. It is climbing up. That's good news. Our science per minute's going up. Yeah, we're just gonna let this run for a little while, I suppose. 24, 40-ish minutes. Okay, so in 40 minutes, at most 40 minutes, this should be done. But it's still climbing. Yeah. Do you have a good idea for how to automate Covarex processing? It'd be tricky to figure out. That is a good question. I don't know yet. I'm still considering that. But let's do some thinking. I know we want to bust down our Covarex train right here. Yeah, these are going to export our Covarex stuff. Our uranium. Our ore. We mine. Or our processed uranium. What is it called? Yeah. So not uranium ore, but the literal uranium stuff, like that's made in this centrifuge. So we're gonna take the uranium out from this bus here. We're gonna split it up though. We are going to. Also, just thought I need robots to automate this stuff a little better. ETA and the rockets, 32, 33 minutes. It's probably, yeah, that's good. We got all that time to figure out how to provide energy because we're gonna need more energy for the rockets and whatnot. Absolutely. Okay. Let's get some blue inserters. Make this a little... stack inserters, maybe? I don't know about that. Okay, I think having a system where if you have half of the train full, it sends it up here. And once the train is emptied, we'll put it up. We're only gonna, yeah, we're gonna whitelist. We're gonna whitelist 235 from there, and we're gonna whitelist exclusively our 238 from here. Honestly, probably don't even need the. We can use a fast insert for that one. This one's gonna be good enough. I don't want to waste a Good old stack inserter. I don't know why I say a waste. I mean, they're budget anyway. Whatever. So for now, we'll just put these chests up here. We have a lot of those. Wow. Just thinking. We want to think about how we don't want this to ever run out. Now, we have the Covarex process. You make 238 using 40 uranium-235. Okay. So we need some centrifuges. Most people just call them light green and dark green, like enriched and depleted uranium. Okay. Yeah, there's not a good shorthand way. Dark green, light green. I'll try to keep that in mind. So we need lots of light green. And for that, we're going to need a centrifuge. For this, we need, oh, lots of concrete. Okay. Let's go to my concrete factory. Where is it again? Somewhere up here. And what else do we need for this centrifuge? We need 400 iron, okay, and 200 plastic. Not terrible. We can manage that. Coming along strongly at 29, almost 30 science per minute, so estimated 30 minutes. Cool. I run almost as fast as I drive. Almost. It's still a good deal faster. Yeah. I don't know. On the concrete, maybe. Oh, yeah, we're zooming. Again, 2 hours worth of fuel in here. Covarex. Let's finish our Covarex. What do I need? How do I get, whatever. Where's my car? That's a tank. Where'd my car go? Huh? Oh. It's up here. There it is. Okay, think. We're gonna need plastic for the centrifuges. But right now, it's like all we need. Do I have a good supply of plastic somewhere? If not, I can just take it from the belt. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I'll just take this. I'll just take this right here. Centrifuge. We still need... How much plastic do we have? We'll make 2 centrifuges. Okay. We still need... Dosh Doshington has made me wanted to keep calling it concrete. 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 Let's see. Advanced circuits, that's going to be a little tough. But let's check our supply. We do have a good supply of that stuff. Where am I? There. Alright, let's make 1, maybe 2 centrifuges. Another. We can make more if we need to. That's really good. Where did my car go? I lost it again. There it is. There's a very good chance we unlock the rocket this stream then, because this is, the hopefully is becoming absolute. Because we're only like an hour. I've got several more hours to work on this, for sure. The only problem, do I have the materials necessary to build the actual rocket stuff? That would be my next worry. But I have a lot of time to figure it out, like I said. So after this research, we can just queue up a bunch more research, you know, put things in the line, like faster research, for instance. Portable fission, that sounds nice. Personal Roboport Mark II. Drill yield, how much does that do? 20 to 30, cool. We'll just put a little medium here. Let's get some more medium poles. Oh yeah, I'm making the centrifuge first. That's true. So once we have a centrifuge, Let's just go down there right now and grab the stuff real quick and just put it up here. We'll just grab it, yeah. Oh, I have a bunch of this stuff here, so... Oh, I already have a centrifuge in there. Look at that. Yeah, cool. I'm in a silly mood where I just want to give everything funny-sounding names. I love silly moods, silly, goofy moods. So we're going to have a huge excess of nuclear energy that I don't even know what I'm... Centrifuge. Our centrifuge is going to be so strong, guys. Let's check our supply. We should have more than 40 by now. Yeah, we have 41. Awesome. And a ton of uranium-238 as well. Moyai it? What is... Stone it? What is it? What is that supposed to be? Moyai face ET. Oh, rocket. That's probably what you're talking about. Rocket. Yeah. I get it now. We're a quarter of the way there. Now, this just unlocks the rocket. I don't know what we need to create the rocket or the, like, all the platforming and stuff. That's going to be an issue we got to solve in itself. Before we solve that issue, we're just going to work, because I don't want to peek at it right now and just check. We're solving this. So let's get the centrifuge down here. Uranium processing. We do need a lot, actually. Hold on. So only one of these machines can really do this for us right now. Okay. Supply some power as well. Provide the input chest. And we'll place those in. This should work. After we put this stuff in there, it should work. Let's test it out. Ooh. Alright, we have abundance. We got abundance now. Let's go. How much does it take? Is it 10 of this stuff? What's the process like? It takes 5 238 and turns it into what essentially turns 3 into 1 uranium-235. So, yeah, super abundant, super available. Let's go ahead and manually send that train. Wait, no, that doesn't work. Man. 24 minutes left. That's not much time at all. Okay. We still need this thing to create a lot more. Oh, wait, we should make a chest here. That's a good idea. For our output. Still got more than 2 hours left of supply there. That's good. That's really good. I don't want to do the gigawatt process. I do eventually want to make that 2.4 gigawatt power factory thing, because that seems so good. It's so powerful. 2.4 gigawatts. What power are we at right now? We're producing somewhere in the ballpark of 140 megawatts, which is a lot, but we don't even need that much. Boom, ba, 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 ba. Oh. Oh, I just realized how this is going to be a lot harder than I thought it was. Because you have to put... I chose to use Blueprint I found on YouTube for CodeBrex. That's a pretty good idea, yeah. What's interesting to me is that you have to take the 42 of the... Oh, wait, I have an idea. I have a good idea. We can just, like... We can just do this, right? Selectively. Replace it. And cause a little buildup. They shouldn't do that. They should wait. Yeah. And we'll use this as a filter to exclusively grab the light green, like so. And look at that, he's working. At least I was able to see and understand how the blueprint worked and to modify it to my liking. That's a good idea. Let's open up, because we got time here. I'm going to go ahead and just Google what it's like to make the Covarex process. What if other people come up with? Because it should be relatively easy to figure out. Where'd my Factorio tab go? Hold on. I had a tab just for Factorio stuff. Did I accidentally close it? Did I accidentally close the tab that had the Factorio stuff? I might have. Oh, no. Psych, found it. Okay, we're good. Let's go ahead and let my stream capture this real quick. Ta-da! Now let's investigate. Let's Google. What are we Googling here? Eventually. Probably. At the cost of $35. Okay. You guys can see this. It's good. Let's Google it. Let's Google Covarex machine Factorio. I know what it does. Just show me. 22 minutes? Okay.
Elevate your space.
Okay. Nah, it's a DLC. Yeah. Same cost as the base game, but adds several unique planets, which each have a unique challenge and change how the game is played. I'm describing to someone what the Factorio update does, you know. So we got 5 extra uranium. The light stuff, you know. That's really good. And this is good enough for now. It just works. Oh, the video's on. Oh, sorry. It's been on for 30 seconds.
Welcome to Factorio Masterclass. My name is Nilaus. This is the series of tutorials and guides here on YouTube covering
Cool.
all
Let's
aspects
learn
of
about
the
it,
game
guys.
and aims to provide insights and resources to help you improve as an engineer.
It's a pre-DLC design? Okay. I hope that doesn't meaningfully change it, but we'll see.
In Factorio. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the Covarex
It's from
enrichment
4 years
process,
ago.
and each of these episodes starts as a workshop session streamed live on my Twitch channel. This
Oh,
is
cool.
over at twitch.tv/Nilaus, and you're very welcome to drop by. This usually happens on Mondays at 8 p.m. Central European Time, so feel free to drop by and help decide and discuss upcoming guides.
That's cool.
If you like this video and want to see more of it, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. If you have ideas, comments, or feedback, you're welcome to use the comment section below or join the Discord server or the live stream. The weird thing about the Covarex enrichment process is that it actually takes something that was used to be a very scarce resource and makes it into a super abundant resource that you'll never have to worry about. So that's a bit weird. So let's dive in. I'm going to demonstrate 2 different builds with 2 different pros and cons.
Cool.
Let's dive in.
This gets a thumbs up. I'll thumbs up this video. Thank you, Nilaus. I guess is his name. Nilaus.
So here we are in the game.
I mean the design I'm using, not Nilaus' video. Oh, okay, gotcha. So this is from 4 years ago. So I assume this is still pre-DLC. It's a 4-year-old video. Tip: watch the first half of the video at 1.5 speed, second half at 0.75 speed. Interesting.
Start by taking a look at the actual process. This is here, Covarex enrichment process.
Cool.
And we're also going to look at the research. Covarex. That is here. Is named after the lead developer of Factorio.
Oh,
kind of
cool.
weird in my opinion, but you know, it is what it is. 1500, so it's
Digital
kind
lead
of pricey,
developer.
but
That's
it's one of those production signs you would like to get up and running.
Got it.
Because as I showed in my nuclear power tutorial, you can easily start running like a small nuclear power plant off without using Covarex enrichment. But before you start making 10, 20, 30 nuclear power plants, you probably want this one operational, so you can take the uranium-235 and just not worry about it anymore. Let's have a look at what the process actually does. Don't mind all the crap in the inventory, that's just always how it is. and everyone's looking. So this is one of the two weird recipes where the inputs and outputs are the same. The other one is oil liquefaction. So you can see here it takes 40 uranium-235. This is the rare material that only spawns on a 0.7% chance, and 5 of the very, very abundant uranium-238. And it gives us 41 uranium-235 and 2 uranium-238. So at a net rate, it basically takes 3 uranium-238 and gives us 1 uranium-235. That's a pretty good deal, and was something we'd always want to do. Not always, until we run out of one of those, but we definitely want to do this. And the shortcoming is that you need 40 uranium-235 to get started. That has a long crafting time. So those are kind of the things that we have to work around. I think the intention was that you build this, and then just like slowly over time, you will build up a stockpile of a few more. But that's just not how Factorio players work, is it? We are going to smash the hell out of this with beacons and modules, and just get.
That's true. We can do that.
Get enough of this, so we don't have to worry about it. And I'm going to demonstrate 2 builds, because one of the issues here is since this one has 40 inputs, this is going to be really rare. So you've probably been stockpiling, or you should have been stockpiling this while you're starting your uranium mining. You want to stockpile these and put 40 aside so you can start this process up. The issue is that when you build a design, the known way that assemblers work, and also centrifuge, is that it will fill up to twice what is needed. So it'll have one that is working on the rocket power, plus it'll fill up 2 times as much. So this one can actually hold 120 something items in here, which is not
so
beneficial.
much.
And that's going to be the difference between our simple build, which is not so efficient, and our more complex build, which is super efficient in that regard, but requires some circuit magic. Let's start with sort of the base design of how we want to operate this thing. The first thing I want to talk about is modules. You absolutely want productivity modules into this because it is a slow working time, and going from 1 uranium every 60 seconds to 1.2 uranium every 60 seconds is a pretty good deal. It's, you guessed it, 20% improved productivity.
I can't be bothered.
The one thing that you should keep in mind is that
actually
recipes like this with both.
I can just make them right now, right? Because I'm going to be watching this for a little bit. Yeah, I can just make these. That's good. I can make these. Ooh. Wait, but it slows it down. What is the advantage to this? You consume 80% more energy, you work 15% slower, you produce 10% more pollution, and it's 10% productivity bonus. That's like nothing. What? I like Mononos design as it's compatible with productivity, and it doesn't need circuits to operate. Okay, seems good. Productivity modules don't seem to do anything. They slow it down more than they increase the production, and they consume significantly more energy. What is the actual advantage? Hold on.
Both input and output. Great work. The one thing that you should keep in mind is that with recipes like this, with both input and output, it is only the net difference, the net positive difference, that will be applied the productivity bonus. So it's not all the 41 uranium that you get productivity bonus, it's only the difference between the 41 and the 40.
Okay, that's interesting.
So that's only one. Likewise, or not likewise, but contrary to that, you will not get -3 uranium-238 and get that applied, because that's basically just counted as an input. So this works exactly as you maybe would expect, that you get this applied to 1 extra. So you will spawn 1 extra uranium at 20% ratio. The other thing to keep in mind is that once you build this,
these seem useless to me. Like, honestly. Yeah. Okay. Let's say you put 2 modules on. You are then working at 0.7 times speed. You can use speed beacons to counteract speed loss. Maybe, but then that's just a matter of space that you're saving there. It's not actual. Like, you're not producing more. Okay. Let's say you reduced the speed to 0.7, and then you increase the production by 20%. So you do 1.2 times 0.7, and that is 84% of what you started with. That's so useless. Why would you want? And you're consuming like almost 3 times the energy, 2.5 times the energy. Also for stuff like labs and cells, you need significantly less resources. Yeah, it's good for the labs. I can see the labs being useful because there's only so much you can put inside the labs and whatnot. But this is such a niche use case that I don't understand why it's so popular. Maybe one day I will, when it's like late game stuff and you can't cram as many things into items with the same space, whatever. This seems like a bad idea to me. This seems like a poor use of any module. We'll keep watching though. We'll keep watching. How far along? We got like 14 minutes till we got the rocket silo. Okay.
And you put your first 40 uranium-235 in. You can see the progress bar up, and you might go like,
Okay, you know what? I have a second idea here. We're gonna look at the recipe that we need for the rocket. My God, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, concrete. We got the concrete. We need rocket fuel. We need a landing pad. Solar panels and accumulators and radars. So it looks like the only thing we're actually missing a good amount of is rocket fuel, which that can't be terribly hard to make, right? How to make rocket fuel? Solid fuel and light oil. Okay. That's going to be a little harder to automate, but let's go ahead and let's go make a machine that can do that for us right now while the rocket's loading, so we can, when it's done, we'll have access to that. Where is my... Here, okay. Again, what was it? It was light oil and solid fuel. Well, these make solid fuel and whatnot, so let's just use these. Actually, we need this. Here's what we're really gonna do. I don't have any pipes, really? Okay. I think of it as needing less resources per product rather than more product per resources. Yeah, I mean, the output's higher, but the speed, man, the speed. Okay. I can see it being useful for the labs. I think. Oh yeah, because if you just have a bunch more labs, like, the speed doesn't matter. It's the actual amount output you have. Yeah, true. Yeah, yeah. Because the actual time doesn't matter that much. Because you can just do labs. If you need to speed up the lab process, you just add a bunch more labs. Like, literally just add a bunch of like lab what are they called? It's called labs, right? Yeah. You add more labs if you want to increase the speed. And the speed. Hello, Archie. Welcome. Welcome back. This is hopefully our last pre-beaten Factorio stream. It's not our last Factorio stream. I'm pretty sure this is not the last Factorio stream, but we need rocket fuel. We're trying to automate rocket fuel right now while I'm unlocking the rocket silo recipe, which is not going to be... It's 11 minutes left on the timer. Nice. Thank you. 11 minutes left on the timer until we unlock rockets. Now, I have almost everything we need for rockets. Speed penalty from prod isn't multiplicative, it's subtractive. Speed penalty from prod. Yeah, that's what I meant. So, you subtract 15% and then you subtract 15%, so it's 0.7. That's what you meant, yeah. I mean, I assumed it was subtractive, yeah. Alright, we're gonna find a use for this stuff. We're gonna use, solid fuel and light oil. I don't have a lab anywhere, hold on. Let's make a chemical plant. Yeah, I don't have any right now. So speed beacon easily counteracts the loss. Yeah. But again, I think the actual speed using the labs is probably just solved by using more labs. And using productivity on all of the labs. That's my intuition. You could probably get away with doing... Well, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. Not yet. Let's make a thing appear. Yeah. I can't do that. What? How am I gonna make this work? I can't even get the things out of these chests. Let's store all these in there. Bro. This is taking a while. Okay. The amount of rocket fuel we make is actually pretty small. In Assembler 3 with 4 prod 3s gets a plus 40% bonus, but normally minus 60% speed. Okay. So then you're working at 40% speed to get 40% more product? The speed at which you're researching that is, like, significantly lower then. I'll have to think about it more. Wait, where's all this fuel coming from? Oh, whatever. Okay. We're gonna move these away. Why is that? That just didn't need to be there. Okay. This is going to be... What did I say was going to... Rocket fuel. Wait, why can't I make rocket fuel? How do you make rocket fuel? What? It has to be done in an assembling machine. Okay, interesting. Rocket fuel. And we will go ahead and connect these. And we need regular pipes for that. Okay. Regular pipe, there we go. That ought to do it. Now these are going to cram up eventually, so let's go ahead and put something down here to pick them up as well. The ones that get past that will have to be collected by this. Like so. I'm going to make a big export possible for this. Ta-da! Bringing the speed bonus back to 1.9x or plus 90%. Oh, but a beacon with 2 speed 3s adds 150% speed, bringing the speed bonus back to 1.9x or plus 90%. That does sound really good. That sounds great. Yeah. But productivity. Yeah, I'll have to look into like what's the best optimal productivity for the labs and whatnot. We'll have to figure it out. But we have rocket fuel now. That's really nice. We're going to put this in a chest too. Takes a while. That's okay. We should probably have a bunch of machines doing this, honestly. But if it runs for long enough, it'll be fine. We get rocket fuel! We get rocket fuel. Let's go. Alright, we'll let this crunch out while we're waiting the next 6-ish minutes as we go finish some of the Coverex process and just get some work on that. It should have been going this whole time, too, while we're over there. Let's have a peek at our Coverex process. How many have we got in there? 17! We started with, like, 0. This thing's making 17 since we put this machine up. That's really good. Plus 40% prod and plus 9% speed at the same time is really good. I believe you. I bet it really is. Really promising there. Bum ba dum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum bum. But we still gotta give this thing a while. Okay, how many have we made any more down there? We probably made a few. Let's fit in there. 7. We got 7 more down there. It's pretty good. Pretty good. So did you get nuclear power? Absolutely, I got nuclear power. Yeah, this thing right here is our nuclear reactor. This makes at least 40 megawatts of power. Yeah. So this thing produces 40 megawatts of power, and we haven't expanded it. But once we expand it, I'm gonna at least do 4 nuclear reactors instead, and that'll give us 160 megawatts of power. That's 4 times its power. Right now, power is just not an issue. Or 92 megawatts. So at nighttime, you know, it does get a little overboard, and these have to kick in, these steam engines. But it's not a ton. Nice. It's expensive on power and pollution, but there's a solution to those problems. That sounds true. Yep. Let's go and save this real quick. How long? What is the playtime we've got? We've got 30 hours and 20 minutes. So yeah, we're almost certainly beating the game before the 35-hour mark, which I think there's an achievement for getting within 40 hours beating the game. Okay. Ooh. 4 minutes till we have the rocket, and we can beat the game. How much rocket fuel are we getting? 11. Okay, we're gonna need another system to make rocket fuel. This is just too slow. Just way too slow. We need to at least double the speed. We're gonna make a faster inserter grab this. We're gonna have it place this up here. This will also be our rocket fuel generator. Again, we need some solid fuel. And we'll need to connect these with pipes. Do you have nukes? I do not have nukes yet, Archie. But that's not too far off in the future. For power, I had a giant 2x8 reactor core. That sounds really powerful, yeah. I think that's what I'll be doing too. Is that the 2.4 gigawatt one? Might be the 2.4 gigawatt solution. Okay, we need pipes here. And that should begin making them. Yep, that's awesome. And this will grab it, like so. So we just double our production of rocket fuel. That ought to help us out. Ooh. 2 minutes. 2 minutes left. This is so slow. What's the speed on this again? 15 seconds? Ugh. That's a lot. It takes even more because these are on 0.75, so... How many is that? 20... Okay, 15 times 1 1/3 is exactly 20 seconds. Okay. So every 10 seconds we get a rocket fuel. We need 500 seconds worth of rocket fuel to make a couple of things. Let's just look at the requirements again. 50 rocket fuel and 10 rocket fuel to make the rocket. So we need 60 of this stuff. Yeah, that's a lot. For pollution, I had a giant fortified border wall enclosing my entire base and outpost. That's good, that's good. But I would like my pollution to be lower, relatively lower. So I might go for some kind of design that optimizes for lower pollution. At least... Actually, efficiency models are not needed at all, right? Because these just reduce the power. If you have essentially infinite power using nuclear, this is just way better. Yeah. I mean, yeah. What I mean is like it's better to have speed or productivity. Efficiency is it becomes obsolete. What you do want is either productivity or speed. Now, speed is the most clear benefit. Efficiency modules on the miners help a lot with pollution. That's a good point, because those are going to be your most pollutive parts of the world. Ooh, we got 30 seconds. 30 seconds till we got rocket science. I mean, rocket silo. Yeah. Productivity is interesting, because I don't actually understand its use case that well yet. Not yet. But I'm sure we'll get there. Let's double back soon. We got... Oh, stack size is 20. I didn't even realize. So we need like 30 times 10, 305. We need 5 minutes left to create the rocket thing, like the parts of the rocket that we need. Where do we want to launch the rocket? Does it matter? Oh, we did it. We got it. We got it, guys. We can make rockets. Rockets. Do I make the rocket in my inventory? That'd be so funny. I could. Rocket silo. So we need a bunch of electric engines, which we have access to. We need a lot of concrete, we need pipes, and steel. Productivity significantly reduces the resource cost. Rocket silos take a huge amount of resources. Okay. So we do need the rocket silo. Oof. But we have concrete. The only thing we really need here that I'm not sure we have a lot of is the electric engine. So we'll go ahead and we'll drive over to the electric engines and grab those real quick, and then we'll make a... Wait, where's my car? I don't know where my car is. Found it. Down here. How we doing? 23 now. That's pretty good. We're going to drive over here, collect all the electric engines that we can. And of course, it's going to slow down our science, but that's okay, because we need the rocket more than we do the science right now. That's okay. Oh, come on. Come on. Alright. Where are our electric engines? Here they are. Oh, man, that's a lot we need. I just realized the scale of what we're gonna need. We're gonna make a little output chest. This is gonna stall our science for a good while, but we need these for sure in order to make our rocket silo. So that's the one thing we're waiting on right now. We need 200 of them. We already have 85. Oh, that is a lot. Everything else we have an abundance of, I'd say. In the meantime, let's make a cargo landing pad because we'll need that. Ooh, it takes a while. 30 seconds to make. Radars load into these structures. These aren't terrible because we can just grab the structures. We just grab them. Where are the structures? Oh yeah. Then the flying robot machines. Here's our construction for the structures. We'll make a quick machine to grab these for the time being. That'll do. 100 of those. And what's the speed output for this? 0.05 per second. Okay, this could be a while. So now we're playing this not very fun waiting game. Oh, 51 science per minute. That's really good. Jeez. 30 seconds left in the portable. Oh, fission reactor. We can use fission reactor in our backpack. What is the next most important thing, do we think? What are we thinking? I want more damage, probably. Probably more damage. So let's get physical projectile damage. Oh, it is the next already. Whatever. Okay. Now we wait. We just wait for everything to fix itself. We made the cargo thingy. Where should we put it? I guess just down here, because we're not gonna... There's no more sciences to automate, right? Yeah. This is where the 1,000 of this stuff comes out, right? The 1,000 space science? Is that how this works? I think that's how this works. Input hatches, output hatches. After a rocket is launched, any products from launched items will land here. Okay. Do I need a bunch of blues? I do need blue. We'll go and grab those because we're here already. Alright. The cargo bay has way more use in the DLC. That's good to know. Yeah, like I said, there's a good chance of getting the DLC after I beat this. Not today. Yeah, the rocket launch is not that far off from right now. Like, this is probably within... I'll confidently say within 2 hours we'll have that rocket launched. Almost certainly. It's going to be great. Okay. So what exactly are we waiting on the most here? Probably the electric engines, I think. And how many do we have right now? 44. This is not going to take as long as I thought it would. Okay. It's probably a few minutes away. It's more than a few minutes. Okay. Let's do some calculations. We need 200 engines. So we need 71 more engines. How long is it going to take these things to produce 71 engines? They're producing 0.3 per second. So 71 divided by 0.3. I'm pulling up the calculator, guys. Can you see it? You can see it. Okay. Divided by 60. 4 minutes? Is that all? Yeah, we got like 4 minutes until we have enough of this stuff. That's really good, actually. I didn't think it was that much. We'll grab a ton of this stuff while we're waiting, too. Because we need like 1,000 steel for some of the stuff in there. Okay, we'll stop there. Radars, we need 5 radars. That's not terribly hard. Concrete, we have a lot of access to. Accumulators and solar panels, we just have in a box. I know we have a box in there somewhere. They're 11 billion. What is that? What is that? What was that in response to? Let's see. Do I even need these? I don't need flying robot frames. We'll just put them in a box somewhere. Okay, we have 1,000 steel. We do have 1,000 steel. Wow, I'm kind of shocked. We got all the blues that we need. We need concrete as well. Let's go get some concrete. concrete. No! Thank you, my super drones. Thank you. Concrete in the car already, is it? Oh, you're right. We might need more, though. Nope. Just 100 pipes. 3-ish more minutes, and we have the rocket silo constructible in our inventory. Yeah, it takes 30 seconds to craft an inventory. Okay, that's not bad. We get the cargo bay landing. We need the rocket fuel. How is the rocket fuel coming along? And do we have enough? Bro. Do we have enough rocket fuel? Let's find out. We sure do. We don't have enough space, though. Now we do. Bum, bum, bum. Honky. We're about to craft the rocket. We're about to craft the rocket. I said croft. Like the Tomb Raider lady. Concrete. Okay, we can make this pretty fast. Oh, come on. Let's grab our load into these structures. There has to be a lot of them. Yep, 88. That's good. Got more than enough now. Let's go grab our super duper electric engines. Do we have enough right now? We not quite, but we're almost there. Very close. We're like 17 away. How to make this? 5 radars. Let's go ahead and make some radars. Yeah, whatever. Takes... Oh, radars are really fast. Half a second to craft the radar. Wow. Yeah, that should be trivial. We'll go and grab the accumulators and whatnot. Then we'll come back and grab these, because these will definitely be done. We're going to go ahead and make this thing first, with the satellite. Okay. We just need the panels and the accumulators, 100 each. Let's go do that now. Where'd my car go? Here's the car. Solar panels and accumulators, all we need, and we can go craft this satellite. Then we'll come back, we'll get the electric engines, and we can make the rocket silo, and then we're good. We have it. We have everything, I think. It might just need a lot of fuel or something. I'm not sure. We'll have to go see. Where was I going again? To get... Okay, yeah. Accumulators and solar panels. Not terrible. We can make them pretty easily. Or we already have a big stockpile of them, actually. Let's do a quick check over here. Over here. How we doing? 27. We got 20, 31, 32. Wow. 32 of these in the reserve. We'll let it keep going. All right. Let's check our stockpile. 1, 2, 3. We don't have enough room. Hold on. Where can I put these things then? Why do I have these? I don't need these. Car. Can you store? You can. Some. Yeah, they can store some stuff for me. That's good. That, and this, and that, and these. And those. And these. And grenades for some reason. There we are. What defense do you have? Not much. We have just like some scattered about little these things with red ammo in them. That's all we got. Just in case. Yeah. That's all we got for now. Not advanced by any means, but it works, I think. A little more panels. Let's go ahead and make that thing. Satellite is being constructed. And let's head back over there. We need to get 10 engines, and we have everything we need. Well, some pipes too, but that's easy to make. We'll just grab some pipes off of something over there. Let's make that rocket silo. It's vacuumulators. Yep. They do take a lot of resources. They vacuum up, they slurp up some resources like sulfur and whatnot. Come on. I can't even navigate. Ah. This is not very car friendly, this environment here. Let's get those things. Oh, we can do it. We're making it. We're making the rocket. Oh, we need pipes. Whatever. That's fine. I don't feel like going to grab them. It's fine. I changed my mind. I'm lazy. 30 seconds, guys. We're making it. I don't even know exactly how it works. Does it take rocket fuel? It probably takes rocket fuel to activate. The satellite took rocket fuel. This one doesn't take any rocket fuel, so I assume we're going to have to inject some rocket fuel directly into the actual rocket silo. Whew. Can you name the rockets? Is that a thing? It probably is, right? I would think so. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum. Where'd he go? Oh. Power. Yeah, that makes sense. It does need power. Wait, what do you need? Rocket part. Does this thing make a rocket? What? I wish vehicles could drive over underground pipes like how the player ignores them. Yeah, it'd be nice. But if only. If only. Spidertron does that. So we got blue, we need to put in the low density structures. I don't know how much we need. Does anyone know how many different rocket parts we're gonna need? Oh wait, do we have to build it? We gotta build the rocket? Ugh, come on. Okay. I'll grab these. This is way more complicated than I thought it would be. Where did our... Okay, here's our low density structures right here. That's good. Let's go make a deposit over there. And rocket fuel, how much do we need? 10 it said, right? Yeah, 10. We have 10. Exactly 10. Rocket part, let's go. We need to do that 100 times? Are you serious? Rocket parts are expensive, productivity helps a lot with the cost. Okay, I will do that, yeah. You're right, I should. We are productivity pilled now. 6%, 6%. Let's make 2 of these. Ugh, that's gonna take a while. Okay. We don't want that, actually. I mean, we do want that. Yeah, okay. How do we make these? We have a machine that makes these, actually, so we can just grab those. Where are they? Where are the productivity modules? Let's grab them. Seize them. Ta-da! We got like 100, 200 of these things now. Now how long will this take? Not nearly as long. Okay. And how many modules are on the rocket? Like, how many can I fit in there? Is it 2? It's probably 2. It's 4. Okay, so we need to make 4 of these things. Which means our science is going to suffer for a little bit, but that's okay. It's okay. It's completely fine. There's probably a machine that does this faster, right? Yeah, let's just... I mean, every machine does it a little bit faster. That's... whatever. We'll let these things run for a little bit. Well, I'll make some too. Silos were the #1 use for prod modules, at least before 2.0. Okay. Seems sensible. So we can make it 40% more. Okay, we can make it slower, but it's 40% increase to the productivity and, you know, pollution and whatnot. I think it's still up there as one of the best places to use prod on. That makes sense to me because this is way more expensive than I was expecting. I thought I had the rocket silo and that's kind of it. Maybe you put some fuel in there and then you get a rocket. But you have to craft the rocket, and that's a lot. That's a lot to work with. about 90 minutes into the stream. Things are going pretty well. We got some automatic machines. Make some productivity modules. We only want the best productivity modules in here, though. Oh, we can use beacons to make more productivity modules. You want to do that? We should probably do that, right? Because I don't want to use all these expensive thingies. What's the advantage of these 4 productivity module 2s right now? Rocket inventory. Satellite. Let's go ahead and put the satellite in there. We made one, didn't we? Yep. Ta-da! To obtain space science packs. I just realized it can be sent to space with a rocket silo to obtain... I could launch the rocket with nothing in it, right? Yeah. Beacons can only take speed or efficiency, not prod. What? That's kind of messed up. Okay. What does speed do again? Just energy consumption. Okay. So we can speed it up using beacons, which we do have at least one. No, we don't. Okay. Let's use my player inventory to make the real ones. 60-second crafting time? That's a bit much. Okay. Oh, man. What am I going to snack on? Some chips. Some nice potato chips. Beacons can only take speed versus stem power. Yeah, yeah. Speed doesn't help if you're not providing the ingredients fast enough to keep up. That's true. Very true. Oh. Apparently I've never done that before. Cool. So we're gonna need a lot more rocket fuel, right? I think so. Let's go grab some. Well. Yeah, let's grab some rocket fuel. Let's do it. $81, good. Couple more. 2 signs per minute. Now we just kind of wait for a while. Not much more to do. We'll start actually making the stuff once we finish this last module. we go. Nice one. Let's send it. Oops. Oh wow. All right. In these types of scenarios, where ingredient inputs are the bottleneck, is where productivity shines. I super see that, yeah. I definitely see that being the case. It's the rocket fuel that's holding us back right now, I think. Yeah, it's gotta be. How much are we getting of this stuff? 9 per second of the light. Oh yeah, one more. Oh, the CD is it's not even producing it. You get 0.1 per second. Ew. I don't like that. It's like 2 more. So we get 1 every 5 seconds. Wait. We're still doing research somehow. What? I don't even know how that's possible. I didn't modify my world settings, so resource patches running out is an actual problem for me in the early game. Yeah. I think my intuition was just like, I saw I could move the scale of all the resources, and it didn't affect the achievements. I was like, oh, there doesn't disable achievements. It's probably not meant to be like any kind of. It's not even close to cheating, I assume. Hmm. Ta-da. Then we'll just grab from those. Put them in here. We're gonna need more than this still. That kind of sucks. Oh yeah, these. Okay. Are we making enough then? This is making 1 a second. They each consume... So these are consuming those 1 a second. Is this producing 1 a second? It is, but it doesn't have enough, so it can't do that. Interesting. Man. Having productivity on each intermediate step greatly reduces the drain rate on the patches. That makes sense. You know, we already have so much, let's just fill it up. Let's just do this. We have so much fuel left over. And then it's close enough after that. How much we got now? 19, that's not much. Let's head back down there and put a few more in. And speed beacons... I mean, I don't need a crap ton of buildings to take advantage of this productivity effect. Good. Very good. Ba-da-do-da-do. Ba-da-do-da-do. Rocket. Ooh, at 10%, 11% already? That seems promising. You're 1/8 of the way there. I think our bottleneck's going to be, more than anything, our rocket fuel at this point. I think. Blue circuits could be a bottleneck again. Let's just... But yeah, I think we got enough production here. It's probably not going to be. Actually. We're getting like 0.4 almost. 3/8 3/8 of a circuit every second. So every 3 seconds we have a circuit, blue circuit. So blue circuits are probably not. Or yeah, it's gonna be the rocket fuel, almost certainly. That's our bottleneck. Awesome. We are 1/6 of the way there. Rocket progress. Let's see, what is 1 divided by 1.4? Calculator, tell me. Oh, interesting. It's 5/7. Yeah, that makes sense. 72% of the actual fraction is what we need, so. What's our output rate for rocket science again? Or rocket fuel? It's like less than 1 a second, pretty sure. Was it 1 every 5 seconds? 0.2 a second? Is that what it was? Yeah, we're getting a little less than... Oh, no. While these are active, we're still getting exactly 0.2 a second. So 5 seconds to produce 1. Not good. And we need 50 seconds per upgrade. 50 seconds times... Okay, let me think. It takes 50 seconds to supply one of these upgrades. Divide this by 1.4. And then how much we got left. 2,000 seconds divided by 60. About 45 minutes until we could launch the rocket. If we keep doing it like this, on this pace. This should be enough for that. So 45 minutes, we got a rocket launch. Do we want to wait around and do it? We can take this time to learn about energy. About nuclear energy and how to use it. And just let this thing run for a good while. Hmm. 19%. We're 1/5 of the way there. 22%. 40-ish minutes left. 40-ish. Let's take this time to learn about nuclear and how to operate it. Yeah, so we should probably do that in the meantime.
You know what? I actually want this one maybe over there. Then you have destroyed the content of the centrifuge and your first 40 uranium are gone. So keep that in mind. Once you start it, don't pick it up. You want to make sure that it ends the productivity, or ends the production of the single recipe, and then take it and move it. Otherwise you lose the content, which is really important since it's very expensive. Now let's dive into the actual build. I want to build here some inputs and some outputs. And this doesn't need to be blue belts, but at this rate of the game, I'm just making a blue belt. But if you take my blueprints that I'm providing, link in the description below, and you don't have blue belts, then you just stamp it down and then replace them with red belts. Pretty simple. Nothing magical about that. So what I want to do is I want to have...
54.
I can kind of see that one of those assemblers have inserts have not been put there. So I'm just going to put it here. I just want one of these to pick up just slowly. It's a so slow running time that you're just going to pick up. And I'm going to set... do I have one of these magical... Here, this is a magical insert.
The productivity... Wait. Let's see. The productivity and speed at each step adds up to the point where I can achieve much higher science per minute, even with a base size similar to yours. Power cost and pollution is much higher, but still, it's very useful. Yeah, I do see the value in that for sure. We're actually running low on this. We need 3 for each we produce. So what to go down there and grab? Oh, look at all these blue circuits. Wow. Okay. Incredible. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. So, I'm going to take this out and I'm going to use it pretty soon. For this. More Kovarex. No way. Okay. Let's go drive down there and get... Actually, let's just send the train up here. We can do that, right? Oh, the train doesn't have anything in it. Okay. Let's send this train up. I can't seem to work it. Don't know what that's about. Let's go over there and get the car. That'll work for a little while. Okay. Not very long, though. Where's my car? Where'd it go? That's the tank up there. It's all the way over here. Oh, come on. I'm still so fast. Wow. I can do fission in my backpack. Wow. I should have brought the fuel over here. I didn't think about it. Whatever. Whatever. We're still getting some science through there, I think. It's just like filtering through just a little bit. Where'd my car go again? North. Let's drive to the nuclear. Let's check it out. It's a miracle I didn't hit anything there. Didn't hit anything down there. Wow. You can't normally? I do fission daily. What do you mean? Can't do it in my pocket. Pocket-sized fission. Let's go. Boom ba-dum ba-dum bum bum boom ba-dum ba-dum bum bum. Down we go. Oh, we actually have a lot more down here as well. I forgot about that. It's just making the stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just grab it for now. We'll just that'll do. That'll do for now. Where's my car? Oh, it started driving away. Back up we go. Don't know how exactly we're gonna figure these things out with like the ratios for the Covarex, but maybe this guy can help us out. I never see the pipes. I just always run into them. Ugh. We are going to put a very similar setup to here. This is going to be whitelisted to accept our super duper lime colored stuff. And we'll need a little box to export. Boom. We're producing 0.0. Okay, we're like 0.04 per second we're doing at this stuff. See here we have 5. Let's go and split them a little evenly. Let them fill up real quick. How many excess do we have now? Is it like 6? It's 6 exactly. Okay. Will this fill up? How much we got in there? 9. Okay. There, they're evenly split. So whenever these fill up, they should evenly split and keep going and just store them like that. Yep. There we go. Like I said, we make 1 every 25 seconds on average of the lime science. Not science. Lime uranium. The 235. Every 25 seconds or so, we get 1 on average. Which, we only need 1 every 30 minutes to supply this, which is pretty good, I'd say. So we can easily do... Wait, so with the production we have right now, 25 seconds, we could do like 70 reactors. We could power 70 reactors perpetually with this amount of fuel. Yeah, that's really good. That's powerful. More than we need. We just got to make some really more precise positions to figure it out. Okay. Let's do a quick intermission to go check on and supply our rocket stuff. Grab that rocket fuel. Let's keep it going. Where'd it go? Oh. Nice. Here we go. How long has this stream been going? It's been like 2 hours? 2 hours, almost exactly. 2 hours and 40 seconds, yeah. Watch him run. Watch him go. Let's grab our little low density structures. Let's put them in there. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, we're at about the 1/3 mark. It's very good for this. 35-ish minutes, maybe 30 minutes. So we can launch the rocket. It's very, very good. Is there any other way to get rocket fuel? I'm just thinking, like, how do you make light oil? I mean, you need oil to do it. I see that, but wait, can you turn solid fuel into light oil? No, you can't do the reverse. You can turn light oil into solid fuel, but you can't do the reverse way around. Yeah, okay. Bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum 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 bum. How often are we getting flying robot frames? These are the one things that are like really taken up by this. You know, we don't actually need this right here, so I'll just... Oh, oops. Nope, we don't want to turn around, though. So we'll let this run. That will supply these over here, right? Yep. That gives us the low-density flying, or, yeah, our flying robot frames. What do these supply again? I don't even remember. Oh. These, right. This thing's not good at catching those. Okay. So we can have most of our production still kind of going. But we'll be making the rocket at the same time. Alright, back to work on the Cobrex. And we'll flip this real quick, just let it... We got the accumulation set up for a little while. The rocket fuel's the big bottleneck. Again, 35 minutes remaining, probably, for this thing to work. Did I drive over there? I did not. No, okay. Oh, I like the way the rocket looks on the map. That's pretty cool. Bum 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 bum. Oh, it's rare I see this actually filling up here. Wait, so this is filled up right now. How's it look down there? They're still going for a good while. That doesn't have any water, though, right? Oh, no, this has a good amount of water. What? But this thing fills up and comes back. There it goes. Yep, it's so fast. So, yeah, water's good for down there. 30-ish minutes until the rocket launches. It's boring, I know. I can't speed it up any better, I think. Automating rocket launching is going to be tricky, but I think I could do it. Good enough for now. Okay. So we've made 56 of the lime. I guess I'll just call it lime. What do I do in the meantime while I'm doing all this waiting? We watched the video. That's right. I forgot about that.
So that we use for test purposes. Just so that you can see this one on the outside, I want the dark uranium, and on the inside, I want the light uranium. There. Right? So that's how I want things to work. And this one is already chugging along, and yes, perfect. It did not stop. So what do I want it to stop? Then what I want to do is I want to make sure that everything that goes in goes out. On this belt, that means it goes out on the outside belt only. So right here, I'm constrained by the speed of the outside belt. Oops, sorry. Then I'm taking this, but this one will only... It could take both of them, but I don't want that. I only want this one to pick up the uranium, because this one's outputting 41. Sure. And I want this one to pick up the 41, so we should see when this one completes. Now you can see how slow it is. This is working at 0.7 speed, and the crafting time is 60 seconds, so that's going to be quite a while. So this is the obvious location for us to add more beacons. Okay. Yeah, that one. You can add 4 beacons on either side for this build.
4?
There.
Ooh.
There. And now the crafting speed is 4.7. Much nicer. Look how fast it goes. And then we'll watch as it goes out. First, it sets out these, which will just go on. And then it goes in, and you can see it now has 1 additional crafted. Alright, so what is it we want to do afterwards? Well, at some point, this one will be full, as I mentioned. If we look at this, it'll only fill up, boom, to 85, or to 80 something, depending on the stack, flow back and forth, and the rest will just be stuck out here on the belt. So I want these 2 items to go in here, but I want them filtered correctly. So I want to make sure that one. Okay. I'm just going to remove the stuff on the belt.
Oh, and that's cool.
Right, so now let's see. It works. and that one goes on in here. So what I want to do is I just want to grab this, and then if I put it here, then it goes on the inside belt. Perfect. The thing is, there will be a surplus of the light green, so I want to put it into a storage box, a filtered storage box, so that when this belt here, there, now it'll start filling up here, and this means this part is
nice.
what's available to the network. And you can now see that it takes quite a while before this one makes anything available, because we have, now it's actually stuck. Yeah, one of those gets stuck.
That's such a simple system. I like it.
Ah, that was why. Yeah, see, that's the second thing we want to deal with. Well, the thing is, it can be easily dealt with like this. And now we are missing the other one, so we'll put those down here. Because that's the thing, this one will actually consume more than it has available, and we need to supplement that. Supplementing that is also pretty easy. You can just do it like this, so it goes on the other side. I'm going to set this, yeah, like that.
Gotcha.
The reason why this is important is when you see this one cycle through, then these two will block the inserter, and the inserter will only top up. This case might even be better just for illustration purposes. Just take a small inserter here, because it never will. So this is a small, compact.
This is a good design. I like this.
Power poles here. I could do it like that. I will cover everything, and that's basically it. Now the one thing that you should keep in mind about this one, and that's how much is actually wasted before anything goes into this one. So we could harvest 5 out of this, but in the network we have all of this. We have the 40 currently being crafted, plus we have in this case 90 being stored here. So those 90 could be out there and make 3 nuclear bombs for us, and how about purge the natives from our planet. And the good thing about this one is, if I just stamp that one down, we don't even need this.
Ooh, that is good.
Lights in here as well. And obviously I want that here. And we want at least one more. So this should pretty much be a module that we can just stamp down like that. So now we have 4 of those. And to be honest, I don't think you're going to need more than this. This one, each of these is supporting, when it's running at full speed, it will support 263 nuclear reactors. I mean,
that's a lot.
This will support 1,000 nuclear reactors. But as you can see here, this is also one of the shortcomings of it. This one has 80 in here that's not being used. You know, those 80 could actually be used for up here, starting this one and starting that one. So I'm going to take this and put those in. Just there you go. So this is the very simple build. I think that this is the one that I would normally use, and then just start them, because look at when they start. They will actually only the dark uranium will flow past, and the rest will pick up whatever it has inside. That was 60 before, now it's 61. This one was 8, now it's 9, and so on. When we see another iteration, this was 61, so we should go and see it at 62. It is 62. So this one, you now have built a Coverix process that can support 100 nuclear reactors, and it will automatically give you the surplus here. The one thing you should keep in mind is that at some point, the builds cannot transport things fast enough, so you cannot extend this infinitely. But if you put it up to 4, you're using quite a bit of power, but you will also just have a lot of this. And if you really push comes to shove, you can always just go in and pick up something manually here. That's the other side of things. You can always pick it up here. But it does take a while before it actually, by itself, starts outputting something into this box. That requires all this to be done, and this belt to fill up. And only then do you get something new in here. So while this is running, before we dive into the second, which is a way more advanced, but also I think a bit cooler way of doing it, which does prevent this issue of having a lot of internal storage. And then I just like to take a moment to...
Nah, we're good. You don't need more than that. Okay, for chillin', I'm gonna sit here and plan for D&D while we are just waiting and learning a little bit. D&D writing time. This is very boring. 50 miles north. I think I'm going to stream just for you to see my new base and rate it. I'll probably do that at some point. Right now, I'm like typing up some D&D stuff. For a session, I'm the DM, and I'm doing it tomorrow. Since I'm kind of low effort, you know, Factorio playing right now, I think I have the ability to do that. These are making a lot of them, though. This is really good. What's our power like? It's still very, very solid. Okay. 1220 accumulators, steam turbines. Man. What's our playtime? 31 hours. We're absolutely going to finish the game in less than 40 hours. We're probably going to do it in like within 1 hour from now. Will beat the game. Let's do another quick little check on our production of rocket fuel. That is the one thing that is the bottleneck for our rockets right now. The literal rocket fuel. Let's go make a deposit real quick. Man, this is not as exciting as I thought it would be. We're at the end game right here. And once I launch the rocket, I'm probably ending the stream. Probably. We'll have to see. We'll have to check. Can put most of those back. Okay. Rocketeering. Let's watch it go. Should move up to like 45. I want to say. Maybe at 50. This is much lower than I thought. Oh, our projectile damage. We got a significant amount of that. Remaining time estimated 8 minutes. Oh. Seems pretty good. So we got some science production going on. What if we're overproducing? 7, 5. I don't think we're overproducing. Weird. $41. So we're gonna be close to 50 once these run out. We're almost halfway. Oh, my chest is sore. Chest day yesterday. Ugh. Blue chips. Alright, we're at 48. Pretty good. Almost half. What is the launch progress? I guess. Not quite sure what that is. Let's go add some things to the research queue real quick too. Things like insert a capacity bonus. That is strong. Wow. All inserters will hold 50% more items. That's pretty good. Very good. Very good. How are we doing, Cobrex? Any major updates for us to see? Not really. Okay. What's the excess we got now? 38 excess. Pretty good. What does it take to make nuclear Okay, uranium. Oh, we don't have uranium weaponry unlocked. Let's have a look at it, though. That should be a high priority. Man, that's some strong stuff. Oh, it's the 238 you need to make the uranium rounds. That's way better. That's so much easier. What does a nuke take? I'm curious about that. Atomic bomb. 10 processing units. Oh. That's pretty big. Range modifier, 150%. Wow. Hmm. 5 minutes left on that. Okay.
Thank all the patrons who are helping make this
Let's
channel a reality.
let's have a look at the
Isn't there a
circuit
way to solve
control
that
thing.
through circuit magic? Well,
Let's
thank
see.
you for asking, because that's exactly what we're going to do now. We're going to start from the same place, and we're going to do something different. We are going to say we're only going to have one, because they produce so damn fast that one should actually easily be able to...
I'm gonna get a little bit of caffeine for my water. I'll be right back. As we're waiting, the thing's... Go check. I'm live? Sure. Yeah, have a peek at it. Give you my live musky reaction. Channel activity. Hmm. Go to channel. Factorio for you, musky boy. Awesome. I'll have a peek. Ah, I see. Moving your car in circles. Ah, I see the factory. The factory must grow. I see a nice main belt, I think. Ah, roboports. This looks more creative than mine, I'll say. I see train tracks. I see looping train tracks. Ooh. A lot of oil setups. This looks, and I see concrete looping the other production. There's a lot of steam over there. Looks like you have more water than I do. That's understandable too. A lot more water. More loops. Ooh, more concrete. And 20-ish labs set up. That's nice. Hey, you got some good stuff in there. More stuff than I got. Have you launched the rocket in this world yet, though? That's what I'd be curious about. Have you done that yet? Huh. Bangs Michael Nadio. Noble and Shaman. Ooh. Those are some long, long train paths. Wow. I assume you're playing with like the standard, what would you call them? Distributions of all the resources. So you're probably, you need to go further out to get the quantity and the surface area of resources that I have. That's it? All right, cool. Well, thank you. Glad to see it. Looks promising. Again, I don't actually know. I don't have a good sense of what a good factory would look like. I just know this is mine, and it seems to do pretty well. But yeah, we're totally finishing this stream, this standard rocket. What I really look forward to is getting those late game resources that expand to infinity. The ones where, hold on, let's check the evolution real quick. I just thought about that. / evolution. 0.7, that's a bit much. It's kind of a lot, actually. 0.7 for the evolution. So we're going to be getting a lot of blue bugs. As long as they don't attack us anytime soon, we're good, I think. What can I do with this stuff in the meantime? I mean, I can... in this time, I need to work on D&D, but, like, I can expand this pretty easily, I think. I have the resources. Can make that quick 160 megawatts thing set up. I mean, technically, it's rare that you'll need more than that much energy. So that's just so much energy, you know? Why would I ever need that? But it's cool that I could. 37 signs per minute. We got like 14-ish minutes on this left. That's powerful. Another inserter bonus. That is really good. Huh. Portable fission reactor. That should be easy to do. I can just go ahead and make this. And then I'm spending all this time waiting. Couple load into these structures and we're good. All right, let's head back over there. You know, grab some more of the rocket fuel. Let's see. It's a little more. .5. Yeah, so this is making just shy of 1 every 5 seconds. A little bit shy of that. But I like your base, Loose if you're still listening. It's a cool base. Yeah, I'll say it looks better than mine. I think it does. I think it really does. What? Huh. Rocket fuel. Oh yeah, we need a couple more just for okay. We'll start extracting some more of these. Load into these structures again. We'll have to pause our science production. What's it making again? I was making a nuclear fission reactor for my backpack. That's right. Wait. Do you have to put stuff inside of this, or does it just work forever? Does it just work forever? Oh, wait, that's so good. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. It just works. It just makes power. That is awesome. I don't know. Sick. Thank you, Archie. It does. It just makes power. Wait. Oh, it makes more power than my things consume. So I can just walk like this forever. There's no power consumption. Because it's net productive. Oh, that's so good. So I just like... I can make another exoskeleton and move even faster. I think I want to do that. But I need some engines for that. Let's grab some engines. Movement speed is going to be insane. Let's go. Okay, what's the power consumption for this, though? Let's find out. 200, 200, 200. It still produces more than all of these. That's incredible. This consumes 2 megawatts at its max, so that's not enough. But that doesn't matter much. Oh, look at our speed! Speed! It's what I'm saying, Archie. Speed. I'm almost faster. Oh, max zoom? Look how fast I go. This is well above human capabilities. I am beyond human. No human could do this. You know what? All this time we're waiting. Let's go check on the rocket again real quick. What's the percentage at? Does it say? I don't think it says. Oh, 57%. Okay. In all this time, we should be making concrete. The really good concrete. So, because I want to be able to walk at supersonic speed. I think it'd be really cool to look at. Because we can get another super boost with the concrete. Ooh, I have a really fun idea. We should make some blue transport belts as a directional... Oh, we need lubricant for that? We need lubricant for that? Really? Boo. Okay. We're going to be playing around right now. That's what we're doing. For now, we're going to be playing around. Let's get our concrete. Let's make... Oh, I love that. Look at this. And the nuclear reactor just powers it all. Incredible. Incredible. Oh, I need to make the better armor. That's what I should do. Because I can afford it now, easily. Or wait, I haven't unlocked it yet, have I? Where is it? It's that. And why can't I research that? Because you need military research. Ugh, okay. Because this gives me more than double the space, and I can walk even faster. Now that's going to be cool. That's going to be really, really cool. Okay, I don't know why I have this up here. So we have concrete. We want refined concrete. That's what we want. Now we need a few more things for that. We need water, interestingly enough. Let's make a machine that creates refined concrete. Let's do that. Refined concrete machine. Let's get to it. So it's made it an assembly machine. Needs water, steel, iron, and concrete. Okay. The concrete's the most easily manageable part. How fast is it made? 15 seconds versus 10 seconds. Okay, it's a little slower. Produces 10 of them, though. That's a good speed. Now, again, we need access to steel, which is going to be a little tricky. Iron? Oh, steel's down here. We're not using this for anything, are we? No, we're not. Let's just send it up. Yep. We'll just yoink this. Missing underground belt. What? We need iron. Let's go find some iron somewhere. I'm so fast. I love this. I love the speed. But we're going to make ourselves even faster using concrete. That's our current mission. As wacky as a mission it is. It's our current mission. What are these guys doing? I have no idea what those guys just came out for. Whatever. Okay. We need iron, so where are we going to get the iron from? Steel, not that bad. Iron, though. Concrete. Refined concrete. Water is pretty straightforward. We'll just do that real quick. Pump. Offshore pump. Where is that again? I don't see it yet. There. Okay. There's our water. So we just need... Oh, there's actually quite a few things. Concrete is going to be straightforward again. We have lots of that. Let's link that up. Let's actually do it like this. Ba-da-ba-ba-dum-bum-bum. Wait. Wait, I know you. Let's use with standard inserters. Now all we need are these weird iron sticks. This probably doesn't do anything important. Let's just grab these and put them up there. Consumes 0.4 per second. How many do you make of that? Stick. Makes 3 seconds, so we're good. Yep. That ought to do it. Just gotta power this up. Boom! We should have access to concrete now. Let's see it make some concrete. I want concrete. Refined concrete. Walking speed 150%. I'm gonna Google this because I'm actually just really curious now. What is the fastest movement speed possible? Fastest possible walking speed in Factorio. How fast? Let's see.
In this video, I'm gonna try to find out how fast you can go.
This is a
in
low quality video,
Factorio
but I'm curious.
vanilla.
We'll see.
We begin with regular walking speed, which is a measly 32 kilometers per hour. Let's add some legs in the following configuration.
Cool.
We have more than doubled the speed to 68 kilometers
good.
per hour. Now, a single reactor isn't powerful enough to power all these legs, so we put a second reactor in like this. We reach over 90 kilometers per hour.
Wow. 90 kilometers
Legs
per hour.
only use power when running, so you can
56 miles per hour.
Legs only use power when running, so you can supplement the power with batteries instead of a second reactor. We get a setup like this.
68
Now
miles
we
per hour.
almost reach 110 kilometers per hour.
That's impressive.
Let's swap out the second reactor as well. We almost reach 130 kilometers per hour, which is 4 times
80 miles an
regular
hour.
walking speed.
Bro, be zooming. Yeah. This is normal speed for the
You can walk
The
over
video
belts
playing.
to increase your speed.
That's
even
what I was
more.
thinking. Yeah, use the belts.
Now we're going 135 kilometers per hour.
84 miles an hour. What about the blue? Show me the blue. I'm guessing
If we
92.
swap out the yellow belt
93,
for blue
okay.
belt, we almost reach 150 kilometers per hour.
Hmm.
4.5 times as fast as regular walking speed.
Wow. Look at them go.
We can add a stone surface and increase our speeds to
Like
over
refined concrete, yeah.
185 kilometers
This
per
is
hour.
stone. I can run at 100 miles per hour, like fairly doably, yeah.
If we swap out the stone for concrete, we reach 200 kilometers per hour.
Wow.
6 times as fast as regular walking speed.
Incredible.
And if we use refined concrete, we get about 215 kilometers per
133 miles per hour. That's impressive.
A regular train can reach speed of up to 259
It's very bad
kilometers per
acceleration.
hour,
Okay.
but it has very bad acceleration.
So you're almost as fast as a train when you're running it with this max speed. That's that's incredible. Look at it. It takes so long to catch up to the guy. It's amazing.
If we use
Nuclear fuel,
the
okay.
train goes about 300 kilometers per hour, 9 times as fast as regular
Okay.
walking speed.
So you can get faster, but you're on a predetermined path like that. Yeah. XD.
The experienced Factorio players will think that we have reached the end of the video, but
Oh?
we can go a lot faster. We are
Oh,
still
can you?
missing a mode of transportation.
What
As
is
you can
that?
see, we can move by just entering.
Oh,
and
I like
exiting
where this is
vehicles.
going. I like
If we
this.
use train network, especially laid out for entering and exiting,
On diagonals?
we can reach speeds between
Well, I wanna see this.
320 and 1030 kilometers per hour.
That's incredible.
This speed is a bit inconsistent. You can expect an average speed of about
500 miles per hour.
kilometers per hour.
Wow.
I would like to point out that the speed of sound on Earth in regular conditions is 1,234.8.
Oh, we're moving it
kilometers per
almost
hour.
the speed of
We're
sound.
getting close to that.
Run
and
to the
we're not
Minecraft
done
boat
yet,
stairs?
because
Yeah,
the speed
yeah.
of this new mode
That's
of
good.
transportation is dependent on the size of the vehicle.
Size of the
larger
vehicle, okay.
the further you can go upon entering. There is another vehicle that is way bigger that can only be entered because of an Easter egg. You can enter the rocket if you add a car as payload.
It's a payload,
This
okay.
gives us again inconsistent speeds. Speeds between 25 times regular walking speed, or about 800 kilometers per hour, and 60.65 times regular walking speed, or about 1944.5 kilometers per hour, or Mach
12
1.57.
over
Now,
the speed of
You
sound.
can expect an average speed of about 1000 kilometers per hour, or Mach 0.8. That's fast
Whoa.
enough to travel from the center of a normal map to the very edge in about an hour. I hope you liked these
Whoa.
record-breaking
The
speeds.
actual edge of the map.
If you did, consider subscribing.
What is the max size Factorio map? Max size Factorio map. 2 million by 2 million tiles. 4 trillion tiles in total. Effectively endless for most players. How long would it take to move a million tiles? What is the length of a tile? Curious. Into the road in Factorio. Let's see it. This guy did it.
These shorts?
Nope. Okay. We're gonna play with concrete pretty soon. Wait. Oh, yeah, we're frying concrete. Sorry.
Did you know that Factorio isn't infinite? It actually has an edge. You can just go there, and it's only 1 million
Building
tiles
the edge crawl.
from
This is the part I'm
outside the
interested
range of
in.
any turrets, so artillery is a must. The downside is that they're slow, expensive, and
Wow.
will clear way more area than I actually need, but there's no avoiding it.
Oh, if you're playing Factorio in the sort of a survival game mode of it, you're gonna run into a lot of biters, aren't you? Yeah, it would be really hard to reach the edge of the map then.
The second consideration is how to actually get the supplies to the end of the tube when it's going to be hundreds of kilometers long. Because I'll be punching through massive nests and behemoth biters, defense isn't something I can skimp out on. I'll need to build some resilient designs involving walls and turrets, but that massively increases the item demands. The first possibility I considered was some robot bucket brigade where Logibots would bring items from network to network in a big line. As long as there's an uninterrupted supply, it wouldn't matter how long it took to get there, and that seemed the best idea until I realized the literal terawatts required to move items that far with robots. So I scrapped
Terawatts.
the
Okay,
idea.
wow.
The next possibility was simply belts, but that would require tons of different belts carrying lots of different things and several inserters to push them into provider chests so the bots can actually use them. That would increase the
Okay.
width substantially, and the throughput of inserters would limit how fast I could build each section. Using
This
a
guy
massive
did think
sushi
of
belt
everything,
could
I guess.
theoretically solve that, but the difficulties of getting exactly what I needed to build each section would be a nightmare. So belt seemed a potential solution, but considering my own run-ins with belt lag in the past, I was hesitant, and that's what finally led me to trains. At first, trains seemed like they would be terrible to work with, but each section requires the same amount of materials every time, so preloaded trains could be a solution. However, getting the trains back would be awful, because remember, this ride is going to be 3 hours long. Then there's
Wow.
the need to actually unload them. I could cycle hundreds of trains continuously to eat the travel time, but adding a massive switchback loop to the design was less than ideal for defensive reasons. And that's when I had the epiphany. Why should I need to bring them back? I could just deconstruct the trains, and then the bots would automatically shove anything inside into storage. No inserters, no return route, it's perfect. And so I've decided to dub this the sacrificial trains design. The actual trains only have the same stop twice in their schedules, so that they'll always try to go to the next one in series no matter what. And that way I'll be able to make a massive conga line with each train carrying the
Conga
supplies to build
line.
exactly one section. The actual design of the tube I've decided will
Okay, I heard the biter attack noise in the video, and it actually spooked me for a second because I thought my base was under attack. that made me jump up for. Oh no, that was mine. No, that is mine. No, wait, we gotta defend the base. What's happening? Oh, we're under attack. Ah, no. Save right now. You two save too. We're finally under attack. No. We're bringing the car and a bunch of ammo, hopefully. Actually, I'm so fast. I can outrun them. Possibly. Maybe outrun them. Yeah, that factory's... a big chunk of our factory is just gone at this point. Man, no. We need to make a pit stop to grab ammo because we do not want to run out of ammo. That would be horrendous. Where's the ammo? There's the ammo. Let's go. We gotta hurry. We don't have much ammo, but it's enough to probably fight these guys, right? I would think so. How'd they get through? Did they just, like, not interact with the turrets? I think they went past the turrets. What in the world? There we are. Yep. Oh, get destroyed. I mean, I got destroyed. They can fix it, though. Nothing they can't fix. I don't have any drills. No, I do. We're good. Okay, so I think what happened there was this one particular biter went all the way around the trees and got up here. So what we need to do is place a turret up here. That was a little spooky. Whatever. I do have a turret in here somewhere. Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. And some walls to guide it. That was a little spooky. We are almost 32 hours in. Okay, let's see how this guy did the
be 100
world
units
edge.
long for each section. It's good even number within the range of artillery, so it's guaranteed to be safe, and it's a good compromise between length and convenience for construction robots. Those little guys are going to be building this whole thing, so it's best not to stress them out too much.
Yeah.
Now, this thing needs to be capable of going over land and sea, and that means I'll need to include landfill to the building process. I'm sure you'll all be laughing at me when the expansion comes out and you can just blueprint over water, but unless landfill is finished, pasting the blueprint over water would do absolutely nothing, which would be catastrophic if I'm
Okay.
trying to make this thing fully automatic. Which I am. Because of that, I'll need to make the construction in parts to ensure the landfill is placed first. And because even 100 tiles is smaller than the area of a single roboport, I'll need to landfill, place the roboports, landfill again, and then place even more roboports to cover the whole area.
Wow.
Only after that can I confidently place all the other parts. To actually paste the blueprints, I'll need the help of the recursive blueprints mod. And what that'll allow me to do is shove a blueprint into a chest and paste it anywhere on the map by sending in a building signal and coordinates into the chest. The actual construction of this thing is simple in theory, but incredibly convoluted in practice. Essentially, it's a bunch of state machines, with each state representing one phase of the building process. Knowing when a blueprint is finished being built is incredibly important. The only way I can know is to read the network status via signals and read the number of bots total and the number of bots that are available in that network. I'll paste a blueprint and lock the machine into that state until the number of available bots equals the total, and that will indicate that it's finished. Then we'll enter the next state and repeat until the whole thing is built. Again, simple but pretty convoluted with...
Okay, where am I going to make this concrete line? North of everything, I suppose? Meh, I don't know. Where should this even go? This line, maybe? I don't know. Let's do it between the grain circuits. Let's do that, yeah. Oh, I like that. I like the speed. That's really good. Look at me go. Next up, I want to make some blue... Okay, we need lubricant for that. Do we have any excess lubricant left over up here? I know we're using lubricant and whatnot. How much lubricant do these consume? These consume 1.12 lubricant per second each, so we're getting somewhere in the ballpark of, you know, less than 5. We're using less than 5 lubricant per second. How much... Oh, interesting. How much lubricant are we producing? Let's find out. Refined concrete is even faster. This is refined concrete, yeah. I made the machine for it not long ago. I did want that super duper high end. I want the best is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and so I got the best. I got the refined concrete. Everything set up. Now let's go check in on our. Oh, I'm so fast. Look how fast I am. We just watched a video of how someone reached like the maximum possible speed in the game, and it's really funny. It's a really funny process to watch. Okay, where did our load into the... Here they are. We can move this away again and just grab these for now. We'll grab a few of these blue circuitry, and we'll let the things run as normal for a little while. Okay. I'll give this guy a like. This is a guy getting to the end of the world in Factorio. Yeah, I just had like the question, like a guy in the video we were watching about the speed, like the maximum speed in the game, was saying like you can reach the edge within an hour. You can reach the actual edge of the map within 1 hour, using the fastest possible transportation methods in the game. And that led me to this guy who's actually going to the end of the world in Factorio. In the downside is that concrete doesn't absorb pollution like natural floor. True. So you don't want concrete everywhere, but it is good and useful as a way to get around your factory a little bit faster, and to just like show what is your space, like what is your area. 65. We're at the 2/3 mark, guys. 2/3 of the rocket. That's pretty good. We're actually past the 2/3 mark. A good deal past the 2/3, you know, at least 70%. We'll check on that in a second. Yeah, look how fast I am now. Yeah, that's way easier. Incredible. So I think I'm moving at 190% of normal speed because I have my 3 exoskeleton components here, like that. And this is a 50% bonus to that, so this is making me go 5/19 faster. What is that? What's 5/19? It's almost 1/4. Actually, Is it multiplicative? Or is it additive? I know that these are additive. A 30% movement bonus. But it's weird that it would say 150% for the concrete. MK2 armor has more exoskeletons. True, and for that reason, I do want to get it, but I can't research much right now. I just don't have the capacity to do that yet, because I'm busy with like supplying everything in here, including rocket fuel, among other things. We're 3/4 to the rocket, guys. This should take like less. This should be less than 15 minutes till we get it launched. Almost there. And we're getting 10 signs per minute, at least. So we'll have this finished pretty soon, too. I want to get the military so we can unlock uranium ammo and whatnot. Honestly, I want this so much that we might as well just get that first. Let's get military, and then we'll get that. Yeah. That's our next process. But again, we have a lot of time to kill until then, so let's just let this play.
All the separate blueprints
Let's see how he does
required,
it.
especially after needing to make all the blueprints line up properly. And any edit I want to make to the blueprints while designing is extremely time-consuming. You'll notice that there are belts, and I've decided to deliver the artillery shells by belt as well as construction robots. Artillery shells are terrible to transport by wagon, and it's impossible to know just how many I'll need for each build, so belts solve both those things.
Shove ahead a little bit.
If I set the filter to something that they'll never encounter, the bots won't try to store new stuff there. That way, only the front-facing chests will be available. Construction loop is finished, and the artillery timer has reached 50 seconds. If that's the case, then decrement a memory cell by 100 to update the coordinates of where to place the blueprints.
Okay, so it's within a reasonable time frame. It's essentially impossible to reach the edge in the base non-modded game. But this guy's using some client-side mods just to make things a little simpler that allow him to go there. Like you can place certain construction robot blueprints in there. So without mods, I assume it's possible, like within a human lifespan, to get to the edge. But it's just very difficult and not at all worthwhile. Let's see it work in action. No. No. Water rescue, we don't care about that.
Of a lot of standing still. Option is to create this massive mess that reads whatever the inserters picked up and push that into or something.
Let's watch
and
it
every time
crawl.
goes through a cycle, new wagons are pasted down to be loaded and sent off to begin their long, arduous
Is the
journey.
vid made pre-DLC? It's made 1 year ago. So I don't know. When was this was made? This video was released on December 31st, the last day of 2023. He said in this video I really fall off. That's it's kind of funny. Okay. So I assume this is pre-DLC. Because when was the DLC released? FACTORIO DLC release date. 11 months ago. So this guy was, yeah, this is a little before the DLC. The Space Age expansion release date. This guy didn't even know about it because it hadn't been announced, the DLC. $35. Ugh. Okay. Factorio Friday.
Though not so long just yet. It goes for a while, but then I realized that since I designed this in a sterile environment, I failed to take trees into consideration, and so I'll need to adjust the storage chests and add another deconstruction planner to clear out all the natural stuff. Building into a forest fire would have disastrous consequences. I've also added on a module that will deconstruct roboports every 10 sections to sever that network from the active one. Otherwise, if biters attack a wall 10 kilometers down the line, robots from the active section would try and fly to fix it, only to stop the whole thing from ever progressing because it's counted as an active bot and my machine would assume the blueprint was never finished. Seeing as the train needs to stop for 1 second at every station, the time it takes for each train to actually reach the end is a concern, and so I'll be adding another lane and multi-thread my train deployment. That way it will replace the train that was deleted and then fill that new space with a new train, ensuring that the tube will always be filled with trains. More on the alarm system, it's actually quite sophisticated. Right now what I'm doing is making a bunch of conditions that will check the status of items in the logistics network and set an alert if any of them run out, and then send that signal to the alarm. How it works is that it captures signals into a memory cell and then uses that to not only activate the alarm, but display a specific alert for which kind of problem occurred. Seeing as I'm going to leave this in the background, these kinds of safety measures are absolutely necessary for debugging. Memory is no joke, and I prefer if I didn't run out before reaching the end.
Oh, yeah.
However, with that
Memory
taken care
is
of,
too
it's
big
free
an
to
issue.
extend. And would you look at that, it's already 4,000 tiles long.
Oh.
What's that, 0.4% of the way there? And you'll see that it's taking about 2 minutes per section. At this rate, the machine tells me that it'll be over 13 days before it's finished, so time to get comfortable.
Okay.
Or not. So there were some growing pains for my base, where my backlog of supplies were slowly being drained away, and only after a couple hours did it become apparent that I wasn't making enough. I'm not showing all of them, but here the
Dang.
entire machine is broken because of a concrete shortage. Some might question why I decided to use concrete at all, because it's tons of effort and additional time for zero practical benefit. And to those people, shut up. It's about sending a message. Realistically though, since I'll be usually waiting on the artillery timer, it shouldn't slow down the process too much. Then I've got a
That's
shortage of
creative.
nuclear fuel
He has an actual alarm built into his base to tell him when something runs out. I like that. I gotta have one of those. I think I mixed up names. It might have been Doc Jade that originally called it Conkeet. Oh, maybe. Doc Jade. Okay. Oh, is this? Did you mention this guy by name earlier? Dosh Doshington? Or am I misremembering? Yeah, I don't remember. It was a while ago. What was I getting? I was checking something. I was getting rocket fuel, so we can check in on our rocket again.
Things, and I'm pretty sure that this will be enough for me to never need to worry about it again. The
Cool.
biggest shortage was express underground belts, and that's because they take about 260 iron plates to make, and each section needs about 50 of them. I use mainly undergrounds because they can cover 10 tiles, with the bots only needing to place 2 of them, so it speeds up the first build significantly. Because the artillery are the main cause of delays, the sooner I get the shells to them, the sooner each section will finish.
Wait, I just realized. The way underground belts work, you can just place them across water. Like, I had no clue you could do that. That's insane. The underground belts, they just work underwater. In lore of the game, I guess. It's a little funny. Okay.
But it seems to be working out, so it's time for some nice and relaxing montages.
Nice and relaxing.
I'm Matt, food scientist.
Don't care. Rocket fuel. It is a nice time lapse. I like this. Yeah, I think I makes it Dosh
So
and
once
Doc.
again, I'm heading back due to an alarm. And it's the concrete again. I will not compromise on the concrete, okay? It is 100% necessary. I just love how you can see the build tab of the statistics menu, and it looks more like the production graph. I have never seen anything like this. And as you can see, we're building about 230 walls per minute. I am just in love with this thing. Nothing can stop it. Not land, not sea. It just slowly advances. I mean, imagine being a biter and seeing this thing slowly approaching you at 20 minutes per kilometer. For reference, 1,000 kilometers is about the distance between the capitals of France and Spain, so it's not surprising my estimations put this build around 13 to 14 days. It was actually working so well, I invited some of my investors to come and watch it before the file size entered the gigabytes and the RAM usage went through the roof. It already takes like 10 seconds to save, and that's after I upgraded to an NVMe SSD.
Okay.
Performance is going to be a major concern, and I have no idea if this thing's going to actually be able to make it to the end before my computer explodes, but one way to find out. That was my biggest fear making this thing, that I'd get like halfway.
Wait, is that me under attack or is it someone else? It's him, right? It's him. Yeah, it's him in the video. Okay. I got a little confused there. That's okay. How long have we got on this? 5 minutes-ish? About 5 minutes. That's cool. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
There, and the lag would
I'm looking
simply
forward to
become
the new armor.
unbearable.
It's going to be great.
So while we were all out on the edge watching the biters
Tim Lo.
explode, my trains
Yeah.
had mysteriously
I think you're right.
for the first time in this 60-hour run. And let me tell you, seeing the belts all
80%,
empty like this is
80%.
almost eerie. The worst part is
Oh.
I knew what was coming next, and that would be the alarm yelling at me that the flow of supplies had stopped. Well, I resolved that issue, and it's back to waiting.
Nowhere to alert on your screen. Yeah,
So
yeah,
this is
you're
it.
right.
Not much to do, but stand here. Just kidding. If you expected all of this to just work, clearly you've never watched one of my videos. It's pretty much inevitable that something like this would fail in some unforeseeable way, and this machine has been kind enough to provide me with a wealth of content to really spice up these next million meters.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's impossible to really catch these things in the wild, because at this point, Factorio is running completely in the background, and all I can do is react when it breaks. And it's not like I'm recording all 300 hours of me standing in one spot, but I've done my best to hit record when something interesting happens. The first thing I can mention is that there is no amount of testing that could prepare me for the freak combinations of biters and terrain. The 50-second timer I set works almost all the time, but even if it's a 1 in 1,000
it's pretty
chance,
weird.
it still means it's going to happen 10 times before I'm finished. And sometimes the biters will get stuck in trees and get massively delayed so that they attack right when the new section is being built. That wouldn't be so bad if not for the other chance that they might attack from the front and cause the flamethrowers to leave fire and blow up the underground belts, only for the boss to replace them again and again until they run out. Fortunately, there will always be a few spares in the network before they got severed, so it usually wasn't enough to halt the building, but it did stop a few times
Let's make
because
some
of that.
fuel cells real quick.
This next issue is the one that drove me the closest to insanity. I don't have any video evidence of them, but I do have proof of what it did to my precious tube. First, I need to show you my trains. Here was the status of my train network 3 days in and 1/4 of the way there. Yes, that is 2,000 trains. So mixed in with those thousands of trains were these extremely rare mutant
Look at
trains that
this.
somehow escaped the loader without being fully loaded. You can imagine the havoc that would wreak, because then it couldn't fully build the next section, and this was so rare I never managed to catch it happening despite staring at it for 30 minutes. Who knows how many of my trains were infected, and all I could do was wait for them to reach the end and break. It took me far too long to realize what was breaking it too, since all of the evidence had been long since deconstructed.
Wow.
Anyway, I added on an extra module to the first station that reads the train's contents and compares it to
Trains
the expected
pass.
values, and then throws an error if a mutant train passes through, which led to this rather hilarious situation where I tabbed into the game after hearing the error and had to chase after this fleeing thing.
Gotta chase down his own
Yeah,
trains.
Yeah.
And
To
destroy
make a
them.
long story short, the issue was with the memory cells. I caught it full of junk data before it got reset, and I thought it wasn't
Okay.
resetting properly at the end, but as it turns out, it was incorrectly resetting in the middle of the loading phase. And I still have no idea how, but I eventually fixed it.
Interesting.
Like 100 hours later. Suddenly being jolted to attention by hearing those alarms in the background was giving me flashbacks to my Factorio City video.
Ooh.
It was around 10%
That's
of the
cool.
way there that my fears had been realized,
Made a
and I
city of
started
that
running
stuff.
into performance issues. I stared at the usage data for a while, and after some experiments, I confirmed my suspicions that the laser turrets couldn't be the cause, but what surprised me was how much flamethrower turrets were responsible for. At this point, they were causing more lag than my actual base. I mean, I shouldn't be that surprised considering I had 22,000 of them, but still,
Wow.
it was clear that I had to make some adjustments. I'd been prepared for this possibility, and the answer is to add on yet another module that deconstructs all the flamethrowers, then replaces the underground pipe so that fluid can still flow to the end. The laser turrets will be more than enough to fend off anything that happens to walk into it, so this is fine.
Okay.
It'll take a while to work through the 1,000 sections I've already completed, but after that it'll trail behind the front end to do the replacements as soon as the robot networks are separated as to not perturb the main building process. Another source of lag were the aforementioned 2,000 trains lined up in the tube, so I had to make the heartbreaking decision to cut them off. That'll be enough to get me another 20% of the way there, and so they'll be slowly whittled down across the next few days. Days later, once there were maybe 500 left in the tube, I turned them back on. Fuel was a concern, but now that so many had been completed, I could just delete all the extra train stations so the trains could just roll through at max speed right up to the front.
Whoa.
Okay, this next error was something that I could have never predicted, and it's the only
This
one I
is
wasn't able
like-
to completely remove.
Can you imagine actually spending the hundreds of hours, just the movement is hundreds of hours of this stuff. This guy must have run Factorio for actually thousands of hours. Just to get this to work, just to make this one video. There's an hour long, but it's still insane. Man. I bet you don't even get much out of this hour-long video out of that. That's the hours worked he probably put into this versus the money he got is astronomically low. Ooh, we're 85%, right? 85%. Okay. So we're probably within 10 minutes of getting this rocket launch. We're pretty close now.
Unfortunately, I don't have any video evidence of it, so you'll just have to take my word for it, but it causes
Just
things
kidding,
like
I found some.
this. So you know how I added in that process that periodically removes flamethrowers? Well, as it turns out, active blueprints in completely different networks can actually delay the deployment of bots in the main network.
Ooh.
I've seen the bots just stay in their roboports for several seconds before finally deploying. That wouldn't be a problem in the normal game, but that's the only way I can detect if a blueprint was pasted. If the blueprint goes out and the lazy bots stay indoors, the machine just assumes the blueprint was finished because it sees that every bot is home and then it enters the next phase of building.
Okay.
If that happens over water, the whole thing will break because there's no land to build on, and if that happens while there's no train to deconstruct yet, they'll never get the supplies they need. It's extremely random and very difficult to account for. The best I could do was add a delay to the flamethrower deconstructor so
Gonna
that
go
it
see you
doesn't
next
happen
stream?
while the main prints are
Goodbye,
going
Archie.
out, but it is truly insane.
Ah, Archie, you're gonna miss the rocket launch. You're so close. Yeah, you can watch the VOD if you need to, but we're gonna watch that. We're gonna launch that rocket really soon. But goodbye, Archie. Take care.
Insidious. It's not like I can just turn off the deconstruction step because of
Power
the lag
armor.
it would cause, so I'll just need to deal with it. I was able to mitigate the effects by adding timers between each step so that they're given at least a second to deploy instead of the 2 frames they used to have, which helped, but it came with this terrible catch-22. I could theoretically remove the issue altogether if each step had at least 4 seconds, but that would massively slow down the building process. Ultimately, I decided that it would be fine with 1 second, and any more wouldn't be worth it. It's sounding like this machine is just one big mess of errors, but it'll go 10, 20 hours without complaint and then suddenly break. It's truly random, and so I've decided that dealing with these intermittent issues is better than slowing down the whole thing significantly. This issue was so prevalent, I had to add a special error state that detects when the build time was exactly 53 seconds, because that's how long it would take for a cycle if nothing was actually built, and the artillery counter immediately ran down without ever being reset.
Okay.
And that's not the end. Obviously, the deconstructor is the root of all my problems, but it becomes apparent that I need to be even more aggressive with it. Now the artillery turrets are lagging like crazy, and so I've got to make another process that deletes those as well as the inserters. I'd prefer to keep them around, but they've got to go.
Whether you're a professional technician or simply
Why am I
take
getting
pride
an
in
ad for
maintaining
this?
your own
I don't do this stuff. Whatever.
Utility are gone, but I've pretty much resigned myself to needing to fix this thing at least once a day, and so replacing it whenever an expansion appears isn't
What's
the
it put in
worst.
here? Rocket fuel.
It's not
That's
as
right.
automatic as I'd hoped, but hey, what you gonna do? Even the pumps were beginning to contribute to the lag, and you'll never guess what I did. Yeah, I added something that deletes them, but because of how much this screws up the main build, I separated it from the main function and instead decided to control the process with this long belt acting as a timer. That way, I'll only
You
let
can
it do its
see
thing when
his
I'm available to
computer is
fix it.
slowing
This
down.
is just a
You can
lag
see
reduction
it.
measure. It's not critical that it
Been watching a Buck Nasty's Megabase videos. There's plenty of people with crazy amounts of plays on this sort of the game. I'm sure there are like, thousands of hours on Factorio. I don't think I'll ever reach thousands of hours, but I'll get hundreds. I'll get hundreds of hours. Ooh, I'm looking forward to this power armor because I can move even faster at that point. That's gonna be nice. It's gonna be very, very nice.
be up to date at all times. I was originally thinking I'd be able to do like a big montage of the display as it slowly approached 1 million, but nope, cavalcade of errors and bug fixes it is. The best errors are the ones where fixing it is more effort than dealing with it. Welcome to the world of enterprise software.
Oh wait, I just remembered.
I've got even more errors for your pleasure. Here's the train's never departing because of a single damaged pipe making its way into the
That's
network
why
and
they're so
blocking the
slow.
slot from ever being
Okay.
filled. And here's when there were so many trees that every bot was stuck carrying wood before one ever managed to place a storage chest. Here's the most bizarre error of them all. It took me so long to realize that it was broken because this one substation was somehow placed one tile off and the very important signals from the roboport weren't making their way back to the main base. I have absolutely no idea how this could happen, and it's been fine 9,999 times, but I've learned to stop asking questions. The worst one was near the end where I unhooked the alarm like an idiot and came back an hour later to see 53s across the board, so who knows how far off the position was. This is exactly why I made the machine stop for any error, but I was able to recover it by pasting this random blueprint and honing in on the—
Yeah, I just realized I actually wasted a good amount of time by not filling these up all the time. We should have a lot more rocket fuel now. Okay. 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes.
correct value when the ghost appeared, so then I could adjust the position manually until it was back to where it needed to be. And then very pointedly reattach the wire to the alarm. My absolute favorite problem was the burst of lag whenever the bots placed belts towards the end. Like, it's fine when it's just 1 million belts long, but something about adding a new section probably forces it to recalculate the position or something of the literal million artillery shells and bots on the line. I love how between this and the sushi video, I've probably found all of the ways to ruin the beautiful belt optimization the devs work so hard on.
Yep. This guy's breaking it
We're
all.
almost there, and there's one more screw-up, and it was the worst one by far. It was absolutely my fault. I had a safety measure added to the train yard that stopped new trains from being pasted if there was already a train inside. But then the left train got stuck in a bizarre state and could never leave, and that ended up blocking the right lane as well. That meant for nearly 20 hours, no trains were being deployed,
Rocket fuel. Very true.
and finally the
That's what it
entire
is.
backlog ran dry. This was the worst, because that was over
8
3
minutes
hours
left.
before I could get any new trains to the front. It at least gave me an excuse to delete even more useless train stops, but that's quite the delay. Watching this is like a preview of my own trip to the edge. But there you are, everything interesting that happened to me in the last 14 days. Or at least the stuff I remembered to record. It actually feels unreal that I've made it this far. It seems like just yesterday that the time remaining and the time elapsed were reversed. It felt like I was never gonna get there, but here we are, the final stretch at long last.
Oh, he's doing it.
It seems that it's reached the end, but let's just pretend I didn't forget to adjust the starting position to account for the fact that we didn't start at the perfect center.
Okay.
There, exactly 1 million. And now
1
there's only
million.
one thing left to do. Okay, for all my lag reducing measures, I'm like right at the limits of my CPU, and I'd prefer if my FPS didn't jitter as I recorded my triumphant journey to the end, so I'll be deleting all of these.
Cool.
And using a cheat
He's
sheet
like
on the
deleting his
Windows
base.
map. My footage needs to be flawless, damn it. But without further delays, here it is. The 3-hour train ride
We
to
get
the
to
end
see
of the world. Enjoy. By the way,
Wow.
playing this map requires 14 gigabytes of RAM.
That's a lot.
If for some reason you want this map, it'll be available on my Patreon. All 800 megabytes of it.
Oh, cool. He actually like allows the audience to like download it and play it. That is good. I didn't actually know you could do that. Huh. I am so stupid. I just realized I didn't even have an output for this one right here. I could have been going so much faster in my production of all this stuff. Wow. Okay. 3 hours later.
Oh my god, it's true. Woob has been playing us for fools. Factorio doesn't take place on a planet, it's just a giant square in a void. Well, before I'm overcome by existential terror, let's appreciate this iron patch with 200 billion ore in it. Conservative estimate, you're looking at around 20
Whoa.
years to deplete it. And look at these final statistics. They are absolutely insane. 4.7 million
Millions.
walls, 420,000 underground belts. The kill graph is even better.
Huh.
Almost 500,000 nest kills. I have never seen anything even remotely close. This has to be some sort of world record. Plus more biter kills than both my rampant runs combined times 2. The evolution factor is an absurd 0.9993.
9993.
And if that's not a world record, that's definitely a personal record. But where was I? Oh yeah. Oh, the entire world is a lie. But I think I know how I can break the simulation. There, that should do it. I'll see.
Wait, what did you do? What did I missed it.
But I think I know how I can break the simulation. There, that should do it.
Okay.
I'll see you
Just
all
sends
on
it
the other
back.
side. Oh yeah, I'd like to
Wait,
thank my
wait, it's a
kids for
ramp.
supporting these videos and going out of their way to fund
Wait, look at
stuff
this.
like
I wonder what actually happens when you go out of there. You probably just crash the game or something, or it just like kills you, or you just keep going forever. I don't know. Could be any of those, honestly. Okay, this might be enough for us to launch the rocket. Let's see. We gotta be close if not actually there. Let's get 3 more. Okay. Let's run back. This might be enough rocket fuel to launch the thing. This might be the end of the stream. We'll see. We will have to see. It's been over 3 hours. A little over 3 hours. Let's see if we're going to get to do this for real. I love the walking speed. It's so good. Thank you, exoskeletons. I really appreciate it. Okay. Let's grab some more of these things. $92. 93. Wait, I don't think it's gonna be enough. It's gonna stop at 99. I'm pretty sure. Okay, 94. 95. 96. 97. Yeah, it's gonna stop at 99. Okay. 99. We need 9 rocket fuel. And then we can launch this rocket. The time is now. Probably less than a minute till we send this thing to space. Let's do this. This is what the 30-something hours of gameplay are for. The exact 9. I'm sorry, what? We just ran out of this stuff? Hello? Oh. Wait, what? I'm so lost. Oh, whatever, whatever. Some things clogged up at the perfect moment. We have the exact 9 rocket fuel that we needed. Perfect. And it clogged it at that exact moment. To the item, to the singular item that we needed. It clogged up at that moment. That's perfect. The universe wants us to continue no further. Last one! Last one in the rocket! Might be backed up for another oil type? It's possible. It was backed up on fuel, I think, because the light oil wouldn't go through. We got it! We got the rocket! We got the rocket. This is what everything's been for. We got the rocket. Let's watch it go. Watch that rocket go. Here's the button. We're sending it. We should get 1,000 space science backed up into here. We should. Alright, it's been 3 hours, 15 minutes in this stream. It's been just over 32 hours. And we're launching our first rocket. Let's see it go. I hit launch. Ooh. Ooh. There it goes. Man. It feels good. It feels really good. You have beaten the game by launching a rocket into space. You can continue playing, go to your factory, research technologies, optimize your production, unlock more achievements. Very cool. Okay, we did it. So, launch a rocket into space. I beat Factorio. Wow. I finally did it. Incredible. Okay, we're not gonna do much more. We're gonna research this. Our 32 cents per minute. Okay. So we're gonna research some more of the science. We're gonna get these. We're just gonna check the maximum player speed, and I'm not gonna play this game for a good while, probably. Okay. Man, look at the walking speed. This is so fun. We're gonna research this. We're gonna get some more. Okay, so I'm gonna get into the nuclear fission thingy, right? Let's grab some low density structures. So I'm sure I have some lying around. 50. Make another one of those, and we'll make a few more of these exoskeletons. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. If you want to stick around, you're going to see me running around really fast. That's all I'm going to do for the rest of the stream, though. I'm going to run fast, and then I'm going to end the stream. Probably stick around for like 10 more minutes. But yeah, wonderful work. We got the rocket launch. We beat the game. We finally did it. It took a good while. It took 32 hours of gameplay. Man. And next up, we'll be automating everything. Oh, we got 1,000 space science. Oh, does that mean we unlocked the space science in this thing here? We probably did, right? Oh. We did. We sure did. Okay, okay. I like that. Alright, a little more than a minute. We take a bathroom break. Be right back. Oh, you did it. Congrats. Thanks, Sebastian. You missed it by a couple minutes. You can go back and watch it if you want to. It wasn't anything super new, I guess. You've probably seen it before. But we did do it, and now we're getting the final power armor, and we're gonna get some exoskeletons and whatnot and just run really fast, and that's gonna be the end of the stream. I'm gonna take a bathroom break. I'll be right back. Heh, I will, he said. Right, I'll be right back. It's a good success we got so far. And we won. We are super winning right now. Okay, we need to do another type of. Okay. I don't know. Let's do that. Sure. ETA. 16 hours, 8 hours. Oh, that's not going to be terrible. So that means more than an hour, actually. That is going to be kind of terrible. Oh, wait, maybe not. 12 or 15 minutes, maybe? Oh. We're just going to let this run for a little bit, I think. We should be equipped to make 45 science per minute. We should. Okay. Okay, we have access. We just need to make the exoskeletons. Oh, wait. We gotta make the armor. That's right. It's very... 3,500? Are you being for real? Oh, this is gonna take a while. I don't think I want to do that right now. But it is so powerful. Okay. I think that's all that we'll be doing for now. This has been a brief stream. I have some things to work on before the end of the day. Thank you all for watching, and I will almost certainly be streaming within the next week, one day in the afternoon. Don't know which day it's going to be, but I'll be sticking around. I'm not done with Factorio. Factorio is going to be slowing down a good bit for me. I'll say that. They're going to be a bit less Factorio because I beat the game. You know, I did the bulk of the stuff that I want to do, and I will be streaming the next week. Thanks for watching. Thanks to you that all stayed a while and watched most of the progress. Thank you. And I'll see you soon. Save game. 32 hours. Goodbye, everyone. See you soon, probably. Goodbye.